Hey guys, how's it going? Looks like we're having some internet connectivity issues. So I think we're all set up now. Let me finish setting this room up and then we can get started. So I think we're now live. Let's get this link set up. Today is March 24th, almost towards the end of the month. Finish getting all this stuff together. And then I'll send out the link. That good. All right, so if you guys take that Euro USD call that I made this morning, it's about to hit TP1 right here. I'll set some alerts shortly. Well, let me do them right now, actually. One. TP2. 30. All right, cool. Looks like we're good. Let me send out this link real quick, guys, and then we should be good to go. Let me just finish setting this up. Full TP. All right, it's all set up. Let me send this link out to you guys real quick, and then we should be good to go, guys. So live. All right, we should be good. Let me just get this sent out to the emails, and then I think we should be good to go. Let me just close this out. March 24th. Yeah, that's crazy. This year is like literally flown by. I feel like it was just January. Already going into April. All right, got this link. Send it right there. I think one last place is the Facebook real quick. Facebook and Instagram, and then we should be good to go. Let me get this on Instagram. And I'll send you guys the Zoom link as well. So 1 second, guys. Let me just get this over to our Instagram real quick. Screenshot that. All right, cool. Looks solid. Let me just get this link out real quick. Facebook. All right, that looks good. Let me just get you guys a Zoom link now, and then we should be good to go. So we do have the Fed speaking right now. It's at 7 o'clock, which is in about 15 minutes or so, 20 or 15 minutes. So we're probably not going to take any trades until that has passed. But I'll look for some trades. I'm just not going to take any on my own account because it's too risky. We're going to see some crazy spikes around and stuff. It's just really not worth it's not worth the risk. All right, so let me just pin this right here. Pin this right here. I think you guys should be good. Same. And that. So you guys know what's going on. All right. So today is probably gonna be a question day for the most part until the Fed's done speaking. They're speaking at 7. And let me check if there's any other news right now. All right, I got that all set up. Let me see if there's any other news today specifically. here. US 37. All right, cool. So yeah, it looks like okay, the Fed's speaking. We have news right now for US in about 10 minutes. It's the manufacturing PMI. We have the Fed speaking at 7. We have crude oil inventories at 7:30. And then we have some Euro news. The ECB president Lagarde speaking at 8:40, and then tentative JPY news later today. So we got a lot of news this morning. The main thing that we'll probably be more focused on, or like, just worried about, would be the Fed speaking at 7. They're probably going to speak for maybe an hour, 2 hours. So hopefully once they're done, maybe at 8 or 9, we can start looking for some scalps. So for the most part today, I'll be answering some questions since we have some free time today, and then we'll start scalping once, the news has, has passed. So let me, and this is the Euro USD trade that I just called not that long ago. I called this at about 6 o'clock. So about 30 minutes ago, I called this, and it's active right now and on its way to TP1 for about 15 pips right there. So this is pushing down as we go. I do recommend moving the stop loss and profit if you guys are in profit right now, because when they start speaking at 7, we'll probably see some spikes in price, maybe even at 6:45 when the flash manufacturing PMI comes out, since it's going to deal with the the US economy directly. So we'll see how this plays out. I think it'll hit our TP right now. So if you guys are in it, move your stop loss and profit if you want to be careful. If not, you guys can let it run. So let me check out the chat real quick. Close this out. Pop open this chat.
Something is inherently wrong with a trading
these like trading ads. If you guys have seen these trading ads, they trade like these algorithmic trading. It's like, dude, if it was that easy, everyone would be profitable at trading, right? So it's funny seeing those other trading company ads where they try to give you like these guarantees and stuff. Nice. So some of you guys are sending me some profits right now. Let's see. Damn, Saquon took some trades right here. Dude locked in like 6,000 this morning. Shit. Take some buys. Let's see what he took over here. So we got some nice profit this morning. Some of you guys sent me your profits. Let me see if we got anything over here. That's a big profit, Saquon. I don't know if you're on the live session. I'm wondering what you took this morning. But yeah, some people locked in some pretty cool profits. Noel over here locked in a couple $100 or 115 off these trades. Quen locked in some profits last night too. He locked in 804 for one account. And then I think he had another, he sends like 2 accounts usually when he profits, because he went to the gym this morning. So yeah, he made 800. Let me save this over. Yeah, Quen this morning made 493 on one account. He made 800 on his other account over here. So it looks like a lot of you guys took those US 30 buys last night. Let me see. Damn, look at this big spike up right here. So if you guys are still in that buy from yesterday, I think you guys took, there were different zones last night, because when I was trading last night, I saw a couple other zones. So unless you guys took these down here, it might have been these right here, because there's actually a couple entries I could see just by looking down here. So it looks like you guys might have taken this green candle or this red candle over here. So if that was the case, I could see why you guys made a huge profit off that using the K² Snipe strategy. So we had an entry that was right over here. This red, well, there's a bunch of entries right here for some buys. So if you guys took any of these trades right here, which seems like what everyone else took, that's probably where everyone made profit. So Quen took 3 trades over here. Dude made 493 for buys. Same with Saquon over here. He took these 3 buys right here. He locked in like 7,000. That's a big profit. Who else locked in some profit here? Let me delete this. These are kind of double posts. Trell over here locked in 425. Was this yesterday? Yeah, last night. So it looks like a lot of you guys were trading it both ways. It looks like Trell took the sells and he made about 425. Looks like there were some sell entries right here. So it looks like there was profit that could have been made both ways. You could have taken sells right here for a full TP in this direction, or some buys this way in this direction. So if you guys learn the K² Snipe strategy, you guys can easily, lock in your own profits easily. Like Trell over here, 425, Quen over here for 804. Saquon over here for about 267, almost 8,000 last night, and then Quinn again for his other account about 500. So congrats to you guys who took those trades. And I wish I was awake during this is midnight, so I was ready to sleep at midnight. I would have missed all of these buys right here. These are some nice sells right here too, though. I think I took. Let me check my account real quick. I'm pretty sure I caught something last night. Oh, I did, yeah. So I did take one of the sells. I remember I took one trade before going to bed, and I just closed it out in profit. So let me just show you guys real quick. Yeah, I did take one sell right here. So I took the sell last night, the one that I marked up right here. I took that sell for a small scalp, and I closed it before I went to bed. So like before I went to bed, I locked in about 230 bucks. So not much, it's not a lot, but you know, profit's profit. I'm not going to complain about making 200 bucks before bed. But yeah, so let me check the chat real quick and see what's going on over here. So hey, how's it going, Camo? Hey, Chris, how's it going? Nice. Chris said, good afternoon, Shawn. First day on FTMO verification. Congrats, bro. You got to stay consistent, and you should be able to pass that verification, you know, within this week, because I think this week will be pretty good. The only problem is we have a lot of news today, so we got to be a little careful. Morning, John. Morning, Cheryl. How's it going? Oh, nice. Cheryl said, hello, Shawn. Greeting from Singapore. Nice. It's cool seeing people in K2 from like different places because, you know, like I mentioned before, I have all these indices here. Like I have the Aussie 200 indice, the China 50, the Spain 35, the French 40, and I don't trade any of these, but these are mainly for like our traders here in K2 from Australia who trade the Aussie 200, the China 50 for our traders here who are located in, you know, Singapore and China. Our Spain 35 for our traders here located in Spain, French 40, traders located in France, the Nice 225 traders located in Japan, and the UK 100 for traders located in the UK. So we have a wide array of different indices that we trade here that I don't personally trade, but you know, other members here do trade, and they do pretty well with all of these other, like pretty much every indice that's like for their own specific country. So you don't have to trade US 30. If you want to trade your own country's indice, you guys can. The same strategy works all around. Let me check the list over here. Morning, Kushi. Morning, Peter. Morning, Neptune. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, David. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Vedat. So Vedat wants me to take a look at EU. So I'll add you to the list right here. So if you guys have questions, this is the best time to ask questions because we do have news this morning. So I'm not going to take any trades on my own. Oh, but yeah, Vedat. So you're asking about EU. We're in that EU right now. I'm not sure if you're in the premium, Vedat, because that trade was already called. So I called that about an hour ago. So right here, sell for Euro USD, and it's currently in profit on its way to a TP1 right here. So I would mention to everyone to move your stop loss in profit if you guys were in that trade, because we have news coming up in about 15 minutes. So it's going to be a little risky if you guys are still in it. Anyways, back to the indices over here. Let me check who else is in this room. Yeah, Ryan, we got to sell off that Euro USD right now. Hey, Matt, morning. Hey, Trell, morning. Morning, John. Morning, Billy. Morning, Skander. Oh, nice. It's Skander. You're from Singapore too. Nice, nice. Morning, Balu. Morning, Almighty. Morning, Ishfar. Morning, Noel. Morning, everybody. So, hey, guys, let me check the list real quick and see what other questions that you guys have. John said, do you have, or this is Steven actually. Hey, Steven. Steven said, do you have an ETA for today? Well, whenever the news event's over. So the news event starts at 7. It'll probably end around 8 or 9, just depending on how long they go for. So I'll keep checking on it to see if they're still going. But yeah, basically it's going to be from, you know, from 8 to 9, or from 7 to like 8, or from 7 to 9. So we'll follow it and see, you know, when they're done. But I'm not going to know exactly when they're going to be finished. So possibly 1 or 2 hours from now. Let me check the chat and see if there's any other questions. Hey, morning, Ed. Yeah, Powell's speaking in about 15 minutes, so it's gonna push price around. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay with the scalps too, Neptune. That's probably gonna be our best option for now. Let's see. We have a question here for Baloo for Euro CHF. So I'm gonna add a list right now. So if you guys have questions and you guys want me to analyze anything, Go ahead and put your questions in the YouTube chat, and then I'll analyze stuff for you guys right now as we wait for the news to pass. So let's see. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Morning. Morning, Andrea. Morning, everybody. Nice. Steven said, I'm super excited to quit my job soon. Yeah, so I talked to you guys yesterday. We have a lot of K2 members that are quitting their jobs pretty soon. I think Henry said he put in his 2 weeks notice like on Monday. Everyone else over here, let's see. I can tell by looking at the profits. There's a couple people here who said they're going to quit their jobs. Like basically whoever's locking in like more than 1,000 a day, they're planning on quitting their jobs, or they've already put in their 2 weeks notice because they're making way more money just sitting on these live sessions and, you know, copying the trades with me than, you know, what they're doing at their normal job. So congrats to everybody who's been killing it. You know, it's been a great year so far, a great year last year, even a better year this year, because I introduced the new scalp strategy to you guys. So you guys have been killing it pretty much all day. Like yesterday, I think there was a lot of big profits yesterday. So on the 23rd, here's the date right here, March 23rd. You guys can see here that we have a lot of people that locked in like more than 1,000, like Jeremiah over here. If you sat in on my mentoring session yesterday, I sat in on that session with Jeremiah and his mom, Karen. So we both covered a couple stuff that they were confused with. They locked down the Snipe strategy, and look, he locked in 1,576, literally right after our mentoring session. Like we sat down for an hour. He learned everything, got everything down, took some scalps on his own, and he locked in 1,500, just like that. Everyone locked in pretty good profit yesterday. Who else? Josh over here locked in 1,986. That was a slow day, but a lot of people still locked in a lot of profit. Jasmine over here locked in a couple $100 with, you know, across her accounts. T-Soup locked in 2,800 right here. Romanio, he locked in about 157. Yeah, it looks like he like loaded his account last night, took my scalps, and then made a whole bunch of profit off those right there. And who else made some big profit? John as well. John made about 2,753, and Trell as well. You know, so Trell made about 3,000 yesterday too. So congrats to everybody who's doing well and, you know, planning on quitting their job soon. I know a lot of you guys are planning on doing it like within the next month or so. So great jobs, great work to you guys. You know, you guys stuck in there and you guys became successful trading with us here. So I'm glad to see that because trading full time is fun, guys, especially when you guys are profitable. Like there's nothing like being able to do whatever you guys want, really. You don't have a boss anymore at that point. You just get up, hang out with me on this live session, make some money, go on with your day. So other than that, let me see what else we got over here real quick. Hey, Billionaire Mindset. Morning, Spencer. Morning, Gwen. Hey, Alex, how's it going? So Neptune said NAS 100 is dumping, but US 30 is pushing. Yeah, NAS and US 30 don't move in the same direction. They actually move, a lot of the times they move opposite. So like, here's a NASDAQ right here. Yeah, this thing's dumping pretty heavy. I think this was from the PMI news, possibly the manufacturing news. Let me check real quick. So the news right here for PMI, it was, actually it was high. So previous was 58.6. They were forecasting it to be higher, but it was just below the cut. So I'm not sure how that affected the market really. Well, I mean, I guess it affected the market in a good way because it was positive, comparing it to the previous month. Previous month was 58.6. It's actually higher. So the manufacturing is going up, meaning that the economy is stimulating. You know, stimulus went out. Companies have money to manufacture more. People are buying things. So economy is looking better. That's why US 30 is pushing up. I guess that's why the NASDAQ is going down because, you know, the tech stocks, I mean, it doesn't necessarily equate to going for it to go down. But I guess, you know, with the economy going back to normal, stores reopening, a lot of the digital stocks are, you know, kind of weakening. I don't know if there was any other numbers that were released. Let's check. There's a lot of factors that go into fundamentals, right? It's not just a basic cookie cutter analysis. There's like a lot of other things here that could push certain things down. So GameStop shares fall 18%, like transformation detail, possible share sell. I don't see anything here on CNBC really pushing price, you know, one direction or the other. So we'll keep following the news and see what happens, but we're not going to trade anyways because of the Fed speaking in a little bit. So That's why we don't really care. You know, if this drops like this is fine. Because at this point now, once it drops like this, it'll probably, well, I mean, it's keeping dropping right here. Generally on this opening candle right here, which is 630, this usually indicates what's going to happen next. So after this candle right here, price either goes up and corrects back to where it was originally, or it continues to drop. Obviously, you can see right here, it's continuing to drop, right? So NASDAQ looks like it's going to be bullish for the day. I mean, bearish for the day, sorry. And US 30 looks like it's, we'll see how this plays out right here. Because like I mentioned, once price shoots up like this, it can either come back down where it originally was, or it'll continue pushing up. So we'll see how they both move, but it's not really of concern to us because we're not trading these right now specifically. Our Euro USD position is still technically active right now. We're probably going to see some crazy movement once the Fed starts speaking in about 8 minutes, but we're going to follow through and just see how this plays out. So I'm not too worried about any of this stuff right here. We'll let this bounce around as much as it wants to, and then once the Fed is done speaking, which they'll probably be done speaking around, let's say 8 o'clock. So between this time frame right here, this is when the Fed will stop speaking, between 8 and 10, or between 8 and 9, somewhere around here. So this can do whatever it wants. Like, this is actually what we want to happen. We want there to be volatility so that once price gets to this point over here, it'll have a smooth move up or it'll have a smooth move down. And at that point, we'll be just locking in some scalps. So this is fine that we have these crazy movements right here because we're not in the trade. So it's fine. We'll keep waiting for it, and then we'll just follow and see how it moves during the Fed speech. If I do see some trades, I'll give them to you, but they're not going to be official trades because I'm not going to be taking them myself. So we will we'll see what's going on from this right here. Aaron said he's scared. Did you take any of these trades, Aaron? This is why I don't trade during news, guys, because you guys could get your account could get super screwed if you end up trading during news. Yeah, this is the 1 hour chart for US 30. That's a huge wick right there. So damn, look, this shot up, it shot up like 2,000 pips. And then from there, this huge wick is just a retracement of well over 1,000 pips. So that's a big retracement right there. So hopefully you guys aren't trading right now. Well, US 30 specifically, because, obviously there's just a lot of stuff going on in the news right now. We got a lot of news. So going back to the calendar over here, we had the flash PMI news. We had so first we had flash PMI news about 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago. We had the Fed speaking in about 5 minutes. And then we have crude oil inventories at 7:30. And then at 8:40, we have Euro news, which is fine. It's not going to affect us. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what's going on right now. Let's check sentiment for US 30. Sentiment is at 68% short. So, with that said, if it keeps dropping shorter and shorter, then we can expect price to continue pushing up higher and higher. So you want to trade opposite of retail traders, guys. Don't fall for that trap. But all right, so let me see if there's anything else over here real quick before we continue. Nice. And while he's waiting for his first 1K day, it'll happen, bro. Eventually, man. You just got to stay consistent. Stay consistent and keep growing that account. Hey, Mary, morning. Smart idea, Neptune. Neptune said, yeah, I'm chilling, protecting profits. Good idea. Hey, Emmanuel, morning. How's it going, Blam? Yeah, Aaron said, check the higher highs and lower lows. So let's go back to the 1 hour over here. I mean, it hasn't established a high yet, Aaron. So like we have the high right here. We got the low right here. So it's still retracing up right here. It's just a high, low. This hasn't pushed up yet to break the old high yet. So we got to wait for this candle to close in about 4 minutes. So if this candle does close in 4 minutes, then this will establish a lower high right there, right? So if that happens right there, Aaron, then we're probably going to see it drop and we'll probably be bearish for the day. So we'll see. But even if that's the case, we're not just trading for sells, because obviously we make money either way. We don't have to go for these bigger moves over here. We're going for the smaller ones. But yeah, so let me go back to the 10-minute over here. Hey, Jasmine said, can you look at DAX 30 for a sell? So let me add you to the list right here. So Jasmine wants me to take a look at DAX 30. Neptune said GJ is bullish. So I'll check out GJ as well. Neptune. So Neptune mentioned GBP, JPY. And then Mary wants me to take a look at Euro JPY. Steven's asking, is it a good idea to scalp Euro USD signal we have now? If you know what you're doing, you can. Steven, if you don't, I don't recommend you try to learn how to scalp right now, because you shouldn't even be trading during news at all. But if you know what you're doing, then yeah, feel free. Feel free, but it's going to be risky. I don't recommend you trade at all for that. Hey guys, so I'm looking at the Zoom chat over here. So guys, if you guys want to set up your mentoring session, you guys, as long as you guys have an active subscription to the K² Strategies. So if you go to the website, K² Trades right here, and sign up for the K² Strategy course. If you signed up for K² before I canceled the mentoring sessions for brand new members, which I think most of you guys did, then I'll be able to sit down for a mentoring session with you guys. It just depends on when you signed up. If you guys signed up after, I'll provide like 1 or 2 mentoring sessions for you, but I don't necessarily provide open mentoring sessions for everyone anymore, because I'm just too busy, guys. I'm busy with my own trading, and I'm busy just mentoring the people who are already in K². So if you guys signed up for the K² Strategies, just send me a message on Telegram, and then I'll set up a mentoring session with you. But I am fully booked for the next 2-3 weeks. So you guys will just have to book out, the following date. So just message me, and then we'll set up a mentoring session with you. Anyways, so back to the questions over here. We have the first question is from Balu for Euro CHF. So here we are at the Forex pairs. I'll go over to Euro CHF right here, and I'll show you guys how I analyze everything from scratch. So I'm going to take everything off the chart. Here's a naked chart right here. I'm going to zoom out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the market structure. So I'm going to figure out market structure and identify everything using the K2SR indicator. So I turn that on right there. And then from this point over here, I will draw my zones all throughout the chart, just outlining the K2SR zones right here so that I can identify market structure and pinpoint where all of the rejection points are. So for example, there I have all of these zones drawn up, and if the zones overlap, we just draw a bigger zone to cover, the entire area. So once we have this all drawn up right here, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the K2SR indicator. And if you guys want to see my whole process with this, just watch the mentoring session from yesterday. The mentoring session yesterday with Jeremiah and Karen, I broke this down step by step. So I have a step-by-step process there, how I do all this stuff. So if you guys want to see how I did that, just watch that mentoring session, and then you guys can see, what I did there. So basically right here, if I zoom back out, you guys can see what I mean by market structure, right? You can see that from, sorry, there's someone drawing on the screen. So guys, don't draw on the screen if you guys are on the Zoom. I just cleared everything, because it's just going to confuse everybody when they see your drawings. So looking at this here, you can see that Euro CHF, this is considered market structure down here. Here, let me do this real quick. I'll just draw a circle. So this would be considered market structure right here, right? So you can see price was in this area over here. This is previous market structure down here, which was from November 9th up until February 17th. So from this point right here, price was consolidating sideways. It broke upwards to this area, and this is the current market structure now. So price is now currently within this area of market structure, right? You can see it's a big difference. Price goes from here, shoots up, new market structure. Same with this over here. You can see back in September of last year, this was the current market structure. So this is current market structure, drops down, current market structure, shoots up, current market structure. And now here we are within this time period for this area. So this broke up here on February 23rd. So once we identify that this is current market structure, we could just zoom into this area right here and avoid all the noise that happened way back there, right? So now that I've zoomed in from this point, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator right here and identify our bias. So right here, the most recent signal was a buy signal. We could identify the rejection point from right here. We identify the buy signal right here. And from this point, we're going to have a bullish bias because the most recent signal was a buy signal. So from this point right here, you can see that price rejected from this point. We had a buy signal. Now it's consolidating, right? What we want next in order to take a buy is we want price to break above this area right here. Once price breaks above this area up here, then we can take a long position from there. And this is going to play out just like how it did when it broke out of the previous market structure, right? So if I zoom out from this point, you guys can see that price was in this market structure down this area right here. As soon as price broke the structure right here, right? So like I'm just showing you that price was going sideways. As soon as price finally broke out of the structure right here, I'm pretty sure we had a buy signal right there. Let me show you. Perfect. Exactly, right? So we had a buy signal right there. It broke structure right there. And what happened? Huge move up, right? So with that huge move up, how much pip profit would you make if you took this trade right here? You would have made 130 pips. And if you wanted to ride it higher, you could go even higher. So that's what we're looking for right here. We're looking for the same pattern to repeat itself right over here. Once this happens right here, because you can see price attempted to break structure right here. It failed to break it. But once it does break it above here, if it breaks and closes, then you got a free run upwards for a huge profit right here, right? So this is pretty much my analysis for USDHF. I wouldn't trade it right now because it's just, it's going to range within this area until it breaks above there. So scenario number one is it breaks above here. Scenario number two is we get a sell signal and then it ends up going the opposite direction this way. If it breaks below here, you can take a sell, or if it breaks below here, you can take an even bigger sell, right? So there's two different scenarios that can play out, but right now it's just too risky. It's not something I would necessarily want to take right now because it's just ranging back and forth. Unless you're scalping, then we can look at it from a scalp perspective. But this is basically the bigger picture here for USDHF, depending on how you trade it. So that's it for USDHF right there. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is DAX 30 for Jasmine. So let me pull this up real quick. Let's pull it up on the other chart over here. So I'm pretty sure Jasmine's looking at the DAX 30 from a scalp perspective, because I don't think any of you guys really trade that on the higher time frame. So look at a US 30, it's playing out exactly like I mentioned over here. What I mentioned before was that when US 30 opens, this is the opening candle right here at 630, price will either continue up or it'll drop from this point. But right now it doesn't really matter to us because there's news going on, the Fed speaking. So we're going to wait for the Fed to be done speaking before we end up looking for trades anyways. So let's go over to the DAX 30. Let me just pull up real quick. Okay, so Jasmine's actually looking at it from the 30 minutes. So let me just go back real quick. I'm gonna use a different chart for that to clean it up. So let's see, this is a testing chart. Close it out right there. Let's pull up the DAX for you real quick, Jasmine. So I wouldn't trade the DAX right now, but I'll still analyze it for you, just so you can see what's going on. So here's the DAX 30. Close this off right here. Let's draw some zones right here. So it looks like we got a zone right here. Okay, perfect. So I think this is fine right here. I mean, there's a lot of entries that were available, within this area. So I'll just turn this off right here. So Jasmine is asking about whether there was a sell available right here on the 30-minute. And there's actually a lot of sells here. Yeah, sure, no problem, Balu. Glad I could help you out. Jasmine mentioned if there was a sell here on the DAX 30 on the 30-minute. So looking at this here, there's a lot of different entries that were available, Jasmine. So I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but there is a whole bunch right over here. And I'll put the strategy right here for you guys. This is the same Snipe strategy that we use on the 10-minute. You can use this on any time frame. It doesn't matter what time frame you want to trade on. Off K2 pivots, K2 pivot, any pivot, second confirm, Wick rejection, K2 SR zone, and then lastly just confirm Wick rejection off K2 pivot does not touch candle body. So this is what Jasmine is applying here and what she's asking about. So basically right here, you want to confirm Wick rejection off K2 pivot, and I'll show you an example of that right here. A K2 pivot are these four lines right here. You just want the wick to reject off one of them. It could be anyone. It could be the green one, yellow one, orange one, red one, doesn't matter. Just whichever one's the farthest. So for example, over here, I'll just show you an example of a previous entry that happened over here, and then we'll move forward and I'll show you, the more recent ones, just so that you guys can see what the strategy is here. So we confirm the wick rejection off the K2 pivot. Looking at this candle right here, this wick is rejecting off this green pivot right here, right? Second, you want to confirm a wick rejection off the K2 SR zone. This would be the K2 SR zone that I just drew. And lastly, you just want to make sure that this pivot doesn't touch the candle body. So everything's met right there. You enter a short position on the candle close right here. And then with that said, you let it run. And what do you know? Full TP right there. Little to no drawdown, straight to full TP, right? So just looking at this here, you guys can see that there's multiple entries, right? Again, with this red candle right here, it's rejecting off this this yellow pivot right here in the structure. So if you were to take this position right here as well, that'd be another position that's able to run from that point. And depending on where your stop loss is, this is probably too tight. You probably want it a little higher. I don't know what the sweet spot is because I don't trade this normally, but I'm assuming it'd be around 500 pips. So if it was 500 pips here, 500 pips here, these both would have hit a TP. This one hit TP down here, and this one hit TP right here as well. So this is basically the strategy that I'm analyzing right now for Jasmine, because she's wondering if there was an entry that was available here off the 30-minute. So looking at the recent candle right here, looks like this is the one that you're referring to, right, Jasmine? At 6:30. So looking at this right here, this red candle, you can see that this red candle over here, this wick rejects off this orange pivot and the structure right here. So with that said, you would enter a short position right down here. You know, like I mentioned, I don't trade on the 30-minute, so I'm not sure what the sweet spot is for TP stop loss. I'll just use, I don't know, I guess like 400 to 500 as a sweet spot for right now, just for example. And this would be the entry right here. So Jasmine, even though there'd be an entry available right here, I wouldn't take it because there's news going on right now. The Fed's about to, or they already did start speaking. They started speaking at 7 o'clock. So let me check that real quick. The calendar's right here, 7 o'clock. Fed Chair Powell is speaking. Let me check CNBC real quick. So they're discussing COVID aid. So here it is right here on YouTube. So yeah, they're currently speaking right now. And I just wouldn't take any trades right now because stuff's going to keep bouncing around. So I wouldn't mess with, I just wouldn't mess with it right now until they're done speaking. So they're probably going to speak for an hour, 2 hours or so. It looks like Fed Chair Jerome Powell and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will be testifying before the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee on state of economic recovery from COVID-19. So this is definitely going to affect the market directly, and I wouldn't mess with it, you know, right now specifically. So that's pretty much what's going on right now, Jasmine. I wouldn't enter that trade for the DAX because it literally, this spike up is because of the news. Obviously, it's a big spike up just because of the news, and we'll have to see what happens after that. So I wouldn't take this trade here at all. It's not worth the risk. If you took one of the ones earlier, if you took any of these over here, these all would have been winners. So if we traded any of these DAX trades over here last night, like off London Open, all straight to full TP would have been great. But I wouldn't take this trade right now. So anyways, back to the charts over here. Let me check the chat and see if I'm missing anything else here. All right, so I'm done with Euro CHF, done with DAX. Let's see what else we got here. Neptune. Next up, we got GJ for Neptune. Let's see, Peter wants me to take a look at that too. So I'll look at it for both of you guys right now, Peter. Let me just go down the list and see if I missed anything else over here real quick. Let's see. Hey, morning, Deswell. How's it going? Nice. Steven said, I've been doing a challenge now in FTMO. I feel that I'm ready now. Nice. Yeah, if you're comfortable, you can trade, Steven, but I personally wouldn't recommend trading right now because of the news. Buyu wants me to take a look at GBP USD. So let me add that to the list as well. GBP USD. Let's see if we got anything else over here. Next up, we got Che. Hey, Che, how's it going? Che's asking, what time frame are you analyzing USD CHF? I generally analyze all the Forex pairs on the 4 hour. I analyze indices on the 1 hour, and then I drop down to the 10-minute when I scalp. See if there's anything else over here real quick. Nassim wants me to take a look at GBP odd. So let me add that to the list over here real quick. GBP odd. All right. Ishfar wants me to take a look at SPX. So Ishfar. SPX 500. And then short scene wants me to take a look at USD CHF. All right, cool. So the first question I have right now is for Neptune and Peter for GJ. So I'll look at that right now. And just a reminder, guys, there's a big news event going on right now, the Fed speaking. So that's why we're not taking active trades. And right now I'm just answering questions. So if you guys have questions, put them in the chat. I'll probably be answering questions for the next 50 minutes to an hour. Once they're done speaking, then we'll hop back in for some scalps. So that's basically our game plan for today, because I don't plan on taking any risky trades at this time. So anyways, our EURUSD is still active right now. It's active and in profit on its way to TP1 right here. Obviously, the news event might affect the price, but we'll, I mean, if you guys are in the trade, you guys have no option unless you guys moved your stop loss in profit, like I mentioned earlier. It's fine. You know, just hold on to it if you really want to. So anyways, looking at GJ right here, we have a trade that I analyzed, I think on Sunday. So if you guys took this trade that I analyzed on Sunday for GJ, it's currently like pretty deep in profit. It dropped in profit 120 pips. So if you guys took this analysis that I marked up on Sunday, you guys probably made a lot of profit off this, but I'll go ahead and analyze this from scratch again. So I'll delete everything off the chart, turn off the momentum indicator, zoom out from this point. And then first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw market structure, right? So I'm gonna turn on the K2SR indicator, and then I'll identify market structure so that we could pinpoint the rejection point, so you guys know exactly where to trade and where not to trade. So this is old market structure down here. It's not too important. So I'll just draw some, you know, some vague zones down here because it's not really of importance to us since price is way up here. And I'll show you the difference between market structure from time to time between, you know, the different time periods, because obviously you guys can see that market structure changes from time to time. And generally when price gets into a new structure, this is going to be generally where you'll be trading for the most part. All right. That looks good. That looks good. All right, cool. So I'm gonna turn off the zones right here. So looking at GJ right here, you can see that the previous market structure was like, so if I just zoom out, you guys can see how easy it is to see this, right? You can see that price was within this market structure from November 9, 2020 up until December. So this was November right here. This was November's market structure. This probably been like, you know, where we were focusing during that time. And then after that, price ended up pushing up to this area right here from December up until January. This was the market structure for that time period, right? From that point, price pushed up here. And then from this point, this was market structure for February, right? So this is February. And you can see, like, if you guys have the K2SR indicators, this helps you understand what was going on in the market within, you know, the past couple years or so. Like, for example, right here, this was January, this was November, and you can see it's been pushing up ever since, right? So looking at this here, you can see where current market structure is now, because price right now broke into this area on February 21st. And then from this point, it's just been ranging from here to here, now back down to here. So once you're able to identify this market structure, you know exactly what to focus on, right? You can just ignore this whole area right here, because this whole area is irrelevant at this point right there, right? So right now, this is all that's important, because this is previous market structure and this is current market structure, because you can see obviously price is bouncing within this area. So looking at GJ right here, we just zoom into this area, because it just doesn't matter, right? This area is old. So looking at this here, we're going to zoom into this area. And then once we're zoomed into this area right here, I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator so that we can identify our bias. So right here, obviously, like I mentioned, we took that sell signal. So the most recent signal was a sell, and that's why our bias here is for a sell, right? So looking at this here, you can see that price broke into structure here on February 19. And from this point, it ranged within here. It just basically performed a break and retest. It broke structure, came back down for a retest, and then it continued to where it was supposed to go, right? Up here. From this point, it established a new high over here from this point. And from this point, now it's coming right back down, right? So kind of what I see happening here is we identify the rejection point, which would be from up here. We identify the most recent signal, which would be a sell right here. Our bias is for a sell. As soon as price breaks structure below here, we generally anticipate price to come down and test this structure right here. So I think GJ is still bearish. This is just a little retracement, right? If you identify the high lows, you can see that we have a high up here. We have a low right here. We have a lower high right here. A lower low right here. What do you think is happening at this point? It's establishing a lower high, right? So we're waiting for price to establish a lower high from this point right here. If this becomes established as a lower high, what do you think is going to happen from this point? It's going to come down and go to where it was supposed to go, down here to this structure. So GJ is obviously bearish right now. And once price breaks structure below here, so this is where it becomes important. When price breaks structure below here, then this would indicate that it's breaking out into a new market structure, right? It's going to break out of this structure right here that I just marked up for you guys, right? And it's going to swing back down here and it'll probably create new market structure within this area. So what I see happening here is this is probably going to reject off this point, come back down and test this structure. If it happens to break below here, then we can expect it to create new market structure down here. And then you'll be trading within this area, probably within the next week or 2 weeks from now, right? So that's basically what I see happening right here for GJ. But, you know, like I mentioned, a lot of things can happen here. This isn't the only way that it can move. One way to identify how strong each currency is we'll pull up the index. So right here, I'll pull up the BXY, which is a pound index, and then the JXY, which is the yen index. So as you can see right here, the BXY is bearish. And the problem right here is that the JXY is also bearish. So if they're both bearish, what do you think is going to happen with GJ? If that happens, this is just going to go sideways, right? So in order for this to come down, we need the JXY to go up. We need this to swing up right here. And we need this to continue dropping. So if this continues dropping and this continues to push up, this will indicate that the pound is weak and the Japanese yen is strong. And with that said, if you guys understand, you know, how these charts work, when price is going up, that means that the first currency is stronger than the second currency. When price is going down, that means that the second currency is stronger than the first. So for example, here, if the JXY goes up and becomes stronger than the British pound over here, then you can expect GJ to continue dropping. So that's pretty much all that we're waiting for right here. But obviously right now we still have a sell bias. Reason for that's because the most recent signal was a sell. If we get a buy signal, then our bias will change. But right now there's no buy signal. So we're still looking at sells. So that's pretty much it for GJ right here. All right, that's about it. See if there's anything else over here before we continue on. Nice. Steven said, I just made some profit doing a scalp for your USD. Nice, Steven. Glad to see that. Steven said, I think I'll just wait until new session is over before I scalp your USD again. Yeah, that's a good idea, Steven. You know, just play it safe right now while you can. Barobi's asking, when are you sending free signals? I don't know. It could be a minute now, 5 minutes from now, 1 hour from now. You'll just have to wait and see. There's no specific time period for me to send signals to you guys for free. If you guys are in the premium, you guys have set signals. You guys know when the signals come. But if you guys are looking for free signals, then you don't really have any bargaining power there. If I want to send a signal to you guys, I'll send a signal. If I don't, then you guys aren't going to get a signal. If you want signals, then join the premium. That's the reason why people pay premium, so they have real-time access to my trades. But if you guys are looking for free signals, then you'll just have to wait and see when they come. All right, cool. So Monster said, good day. Everyone is okay. Pips for lunch. Yeah, definitely, Monster. How's it going? Monster said, why is there that we got 92 people thinking the stream is good enough and only 20 likes? Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, Monster, good to see you, bro. Hopefully you made some profit yesterday. It looks like a lot of people locked in a ton of profit. So going back to what we were looking at earlier, I mean, even this morning, Quinn locked in about over 1,000 in total. He made about 804 this morning, and then he made another 493 on both of his accounts. Saquon over here killed it, though. He made like almost 8,000 this morning, taking those buy scalps. But yesterday, everyone locked in some nice profit too. Like Jeremiah over here locked in 1,500. Key over here locked in 324. She just came back to K2. She just had a kid, so congrats to Key over here. I know you're here on the live session, Kia. We haven't seen you in a bit. I see Souk locked in 215. Josh locked in 127. Javier locked in 154. I mean, it was a pretty profitable day yesterday for everyone, even though it was kind of slow. But other than that, that's pretty much, you know, that's pretty much what we got going on over here. That's funny. So someone here also, someone in the premium just messaged me. They're saying that that one guy probably hit the dislike button. So it's all good, guys. If you guys want to dislike the stream, it's all good, because if you guys dislike the stream, you're basically telling YouTube that you don't want to see my videos anymore. So if you guys dislike the stream and you guys my videos don't show up on your stream, on your feed anymore, that's perfectly fine, because then you can't make profit with me anymore, and I don't really care. If you guys want to make profit with us, then like the stream, and then YouTube will send you my videos. If you guys dislike it, you're doing a dissatisfaction to yourself, because you're not going to see my stream anymore, which is fine. You know, if you guys want to be here, be here. If you guys don't want to be here, that's cool too. Let's go back to the questions over here. It's just funny because you guys in the premium are like telling me to ban the guy, but honestly, I don't care. If you guys want to make profit with me, you guys can make profit. If not, it doesn't make a difference to us. We're still going to make profit. Like if someone stops watching our streams, it's not going to make a difference, because we're still going to keep trading the same way we've been trading, whether people like the stream or not. But yeah, guys, it's all good. So here's your JPY over here. I'm gonna delete everything off the chart right here, and then we'll analyze this from scratch. So let me zoom out from this point over here, and then we will analyze it. So here's the K2SR indicators, and then from this point, we will draw our zones right here. Yeah, no, it's fine, guys. I really don't care if I mean, if there's freeloaders in here trying to get free trades from me, I mean, what difference does it make? You know, they're just going to keep trying to get free trades. Our main focus here is for the people who actually want to learn. Like I'm here answering questions, doing this for free every morning, going live stream. So like I don't necessarily need to go live for you guys every morning, but I'm here anyways, helping you guys out. Because this stream is completely free. Like you guys are able to ask me questions for free, and I answer everyone's questions. So, you know, it's their loss. I don't care. It really doesn't make a difference for us here. But yeah, guys, don't get worked up over like, you know, some of the dumb people here in the stream. It doesn't affect us at all. So don't get worked up over it. So you guys can see my Telegram right here blowing up. Everyone's kind of saying that to kick certain people, but I'm not going to, you know, I'll just leave them in here. All right, so looking at EJ over here, you can see that price move from market structure down here. So price basically, if you zoom out from this point, you can see market structure was around this area from December up until February. So it went sideways right here from December up until February of this year. And then from that point, price broke above this area over here, and then it went sideways within this area. So this is the new market structure right here from February 12 up until February 23. And then over here, we have this push up to this point, and it went sideways from this point right here. So obviously right here, you know, there's different areas of market structure. There's area down here, there's area over here, and there is, so price pretty much, like if you look at this from a bigger picture, you can see that price broke into this structure at this date over here. So let's see, from this point right here. So from February 23rd up until now, this is the current market structure right here. This area right here, right? This is, I mean, this is of some relevance, but it's not really relevant because price is within this area now. So if we were to just zoom into this point right here, this is all that we really need to focus on within this area right here. Because once price breaks above here or breaks below here, then it'll create new market structure, right? So right now we're currently just focused within this area right here. And then once price breaks outside of it, then we can identify it as a new market structure being created. So anyways, looking at this here, we'll just focus within this area. After we drew this market structure, you can see that price generally, it rejects off these zones most of the time, right? It respects these zones overall. So we turn on the momentum indicator right here, and then we look at the most recent signal. So the most recent signal right here is a sell signal. So our bias is going to be for a sell. So looking at this point right here, we're only looking for sells at this point. So from right here, you can see that we have a rejection point from up here. Price comes down, rejects off this point, swings back up, establishes a lower high right here. So with this said, Price is currently consolidating within this area right here. I'll turn off the momentum indicator. And looking at this right here, price is just going sideways right here, right? So since we have a sell bias, we want price to break below this structure right here. Once it breaks below the structure over here, then we can take a sell at that point. Right over here. So this is scenario number 1 for EJ. Price goes sideways and then breaks below here, then we can take a sell. Vice versa, if we get a buy signal. So currently we have a sell signal, but if we get a buy signal and price ends up swinging above here, then we can take a buy. So there's 2 different scenarios right here. I personally wouldn't take EJ right now because it is it's just going sideways, right? You want price to break above. So for example, right here, you can see that like I mentioned, see how price, it was in the same area down here. If we get a buy signal like this right here, if we get a buy signal and it breaks and closes above, like I marked up right here, then you could have taken a buy right there, right? Full TP off that. Vice versa, if price breaks below the zone, kind of similar to what happened right here, turn this off, you can see price pushes down to the next structure down here. So that's why we're not really messing with any entries right here off EJ currently, because there's too many possibilities of what could happen next. Price can either go above or it can go below right here. So from this point, price is just going to go sideways, and if it decides to shoot up, then we take a buy. If price shoots below, we take a sell. But until then, we're not going to take any trades. So basically, you'd want price to break and close above 128.891 or below 128.066 for EJ over here. So that's pretty much all that we're looking for over here. But until then, it's just going to go sideways. So until we have a confirmation for a buy or a sell, I wouldn't recommend taking any trades for this right now. Let's see, where's it over here? All right, perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much my analysis for EJ right there. Until price breaks above this area or below, then we're going to take some buys. If it breaks below here, we'll take some sells. If not, we're just going to wait for it to happen, because it's going to have to break above or below it eventually, right? The last thing you want to do is enter a buy right here. It ends up swinging down, hit your stop loss. Vice versa, you don't want to enter a sell here, and then it ends up swinging up, hit your stop loss in the other direction. So just be patient and wait for the actual entry to appear. So other than that, that's it for EJ right there. So our next questions on the list, we have GBP USD for Guyu. We have GBP AUD for Nassim. We have SPX for Ishvar, and we have USD CHF for Short Scene. So that's pretty much all we have on the list right now. Let me see what else we got over here in the list. Hey Roosevelt, how's it going? Roosevelt said like just because you said that, LOL. Nice. Hey, Steven said, I'm thinking of removing all the extra signal channels I have, which I'm not really using. Yeah, Steven, you can take the other channels off if you want. You don't need to have them on. Josh said, free education is the best. Exactly, right? T-Got said, what do I do? How's it going, bro? Nico said, how do I get permission to use the K2 SR indicator? So Nico, if you want access to the K2 indicators, you need to go on the K2 website right here, k2trades.com. Just click on the K2 strategy course right here, and you'll get access to all of the K2 indicators. So you can analyze the charts, the way that I do, and you can, pick off trades the same way that we all do here as well. So if you want to learn how to apply the scalp strategy that everyone's applying, basically all of the profits right here that are made, like the profits that Quen made over here, he took these profits and the same profits that Sequan made over here. I didn't call any of these trades. What they were doing is they were applying the K2 Snipe strategy. So this was all taken by them on their own, applying the strategy that I teach you guys here. So basically, they're applying the K2 Snipe strategy, and I'll show you what they took here. If we just replay this down here, I think this was the one that they took, this green one. Well, there was actually a bunch of entries right here. So the K2 Snipe strategy that they're applying, that I went over earlier, I'm just going to go over real quick. It's easy. It's just confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot to confirm wick rejection off K2 SR zone. And lastly, confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot does not touch candle body. So this is the strategy right here. It's simple. It's not that difficult at all. So there's a couple entries. There's a lot of entries that are available right here actually within this area. So you see this green candle, there's a wick rejection off the pivot and structure. Same red. So there's 3 entries right here, right? There's and this is how they made all that profit. So there's one right here, and there's one right here, and there's another one right here, right? So these 3 entries right here are for buy entries for US 30. We confirm the wick rejection off the K2 pivot. It's rejecting off the pivots right here, and right here. We confirm the wick rejection off the K2 SR zone, which would be this zone right here, this zone right here, and this zone right here. And we just make sure that the pivot doesn't touch the body, which it doesn't. So if you took these trades right here, any of these, so long position right there, or let me just 50 pips or 50 points. So we got one entry right there. We have another entry right here. And then we have another entry right over here, right? So we got 3 entries right here. So if you took all 3 entries right here and you let this run, there you go, full TP for everything, right? And that's what Saquon took over here. So Saquon, you can see his profits right here. He made 2,339, 2,339 on another one, and then 2,921. So we took all 3 trades right here, these 3, and they all hit full TP. So if you guys want to learn this strategy right here to lock in, you know, Saquon made $8,000 this morning. That's literally this morning, and they're all within the same time period. So he took 3 trades right there. Let's see, Quinn over here took the same trades. Looks around the same time. He made about a couple $100 per trade off that, 500 total. And then he took it on his other account where he made another 804, same trades, right? Same 3 buys, buy right there, 3 buys right there. And that's pretty much where these trades came from. Again, for Trell over here, Trell took a sell. So you can see all of his wins right here, right? He took 4 sells right here. He made 425. In order to apply that strategy, he took it right here because it's the same strategy, just in the opposite direction. So we have the rejection off the pivot and structure right there. There's a whole bunch of cells that are available right here. So he took 3 of these cells over here. You know, he took these right here, full TP right there. Another cell right here, full TP right there. Another cell right here, full TP right there, right? So a bunch of full TPs right there. That's where Trell took all these cells right here, full TP. All these buys right here were taken by Saquon over here. He made 8,000. They're all buys, right? Same time, same price, same area right there. 32545. And that's exactly right here, right? 32545 around that area. So if you guys want to learn this strategy and make profit like everyone else in K2 on your own, where you don't have to depend on me calling signals, you guys can just go on the website, k2trades.com, click on K2 strategy course right here, and, you know, learn the strategy. And I'll mentor you guys for 1 session. If you guys are brand new, I'll mentor you guys for 1 session. If you guys have been in K2 before, you guys know that you guys have unlimited sessions with me. So if you guys have been with K2 from the beginning, that's how everyone here is killing it, because I'm teaching everybody how to do this. Like, it's not that difficult. If you guys go down to our profits here, you know, I could go to any date. March 15th, Camo, 239. Jonathan over here, 400. Who's this? Or Compound over here. He took, you know, a couple $100. If I go up to another date over here, random date, March 4th, Jasmine, she made 500. Patricia, 1,300. Like, you guys can see here that everyone in K2 is killing it every single day, right? I have profits every single day from every K2 member. If you look at any of the posts that I make every day, you guys can see that we have consistent profits every single day. So if you guys want to learn that, you know, feel free. But I'm not really giving any more mentoring sessions out. So I'll give you guys 1 mentoring session if you guys are brand new. If not, I'm not mentoring any more new people. I'm just mentoring whoever's in K2. I want to make sure that you guys kill it every day. And that's pretty much it. So other than that, let me go back to the question. So the next question that we have up here is GU for GUU. Let me see if there's anything else for me to look at here. Rue's asking, what time zone am I in? I'm in Pacific time. So it is 7:35 my time. You're 3 hours ahead. So you are, it's 9:35 your time. So it's probably going to end around 10 a.m. your time, Rue, if you're on Eastern time. Either 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Spooky wants me to take a look at gold. So let me add gold over here for Spooky. All right, so that's about it. So right now, I'm going to give you guys a list of questions that I have. I have, let's see. I have GBP USD for Guyu. I have GBP Odd for Nassim. I have SPX 500 for Ishvar. I have USD CHF for Short Scene. And then I have gold for Spooky. So let me go back to the charts over here. First thing we're going to look at is GU. So let's pull up GU real quick. Here's our EU position, guys. It's still in profit. This is the signal that I called for you guys about an hour ago or an hour and a half ago. It's on its way to TP1 over here. Going over to GU over here, I'll do the same thing I did for every other pair. Delete everything off the chart, zoom out, and then I'll draw a market structure for you guys right now. So I'll turn the K2SR indicator and draw a market structure for you guys. So we got a zone up here. We got a zone right over here. Right there. Right there. Right there. And we got a couple down here. All right, so we don't have a lower zone right here. So in order to get that, we're gonna go on the higher time frame, 8 hour. Looking at the 8 hour right here, let's see, we got a zone right there. And we got another zone down there as well. And then one down here. All right, cool. So looking at GU right here, I'm gonna go back to the 4 hour, turn this off. All right, cool. So just looking at GU right here, you can see that price was within this area right here. This was the previous market structure from January. Let's see, from December up until February 1st. So the first week of February, it was going sideways within this area. It shot up to this point, created a new market structure right here, shot up to this point right here, created a new market structure, and then now it's coming back down. So looking at this right here, it looks like this is the current market structure that we'll be focusing on. Basically, all of these zones are somewhat important. So looking at this here, I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator. We have a sell bias here. Reason for the sell bias is that the most recent signal was a sell momentum. So we can see that the rejection happened up here. We had a sell momentum right there. Let me turn this back off. And we'll just zoom in within this area. So basically right here for GU, we have a sell bias. Looks like price shot down from this point. And now it's just consolidating, right? So it's consolidating right here. In order for me to want to take another sell or to enter a sell here, I want price to close below this structure right here. So when price ends up closing below the structure right here, then I would take a sell position right over here. This is pretty much, the setup that I'd be looking for right here. I wouldn't want to take a sell right here because if we don't wait for this to close below here, price can easily reject off any of these points. It can bounce back up from here, or it could come down to here and then bounce from this point right here. So this is just too risky because price can reverse on you like at any moment, right? So that's why I wouldn't really want to mess with this until we get confirmation for price to close down over here for this sell. Because vice versa, we have a sell bias right now. But if price ends up swinging up from here and we get a buy signal somewhere over here, and price ends up closing above here, then what do you think I'm gonna do from that point? I'm gonna take a buy, right? So there's two different scenarios that can play out right here. Obviously, we have a sell bias because we have the sell signal, but things can change. Like for example, right here, there was a rejection from this point. It went from a sell to a buy signal right here, right? If we get a buy signal like that, like I mentioned over here, and it closes above the structure, what happened from this point right here? If you were to take this buy from this candle over here, this would have shot up right there and you would have, rode up to the next structure above there and would have had full TP in that direction. So what I always recommend to you guys is to never get married to a position, right? Don't get too focused on one bias. If bias changes, your analysis has to change with it. Don't just be stuck on like, oh, this is going to keep dropping, so you have to only take sells. That's not right. If momentum swings in the other direction, then you should be looking for some opposite trades. You don't have to just look for sells at every single time. So right now we have a sell momentum right here. We're only looking for sells. If we get a buy signal, then we're looking for buys. However, if we don't get that buy signal and price closes below here, then we continue to take sells. So it just really depends on like what the market's telling you. Don't get too stuck on one position because like, for example, here, this is the same exact setup. Rejection from this point, buy signal right here, broken close path structure right here. what happened from this point? Pushes up to the next structure, right? So from here, you take a buy, full TP. What happens from over here? Rejection from this point, sell signal right here, breaking close past structure right here. What do we do from here? Take a short position, full TP here, right? You can take trades in both directions, guys. Don't just get stuck on one direction. You guys got to analyze it from, you know, a bigger view and identify what the market's telling you. So right now it's telling us to take sells because we have a sell signal right there. So currently what we'd be looking for is a break and close past structure right here. So we can take that sell. And then you guys can see that last time price broke structure down here. So if the same setup right here happened over here, right? We had a rejection right here, sell signal right here. And then if we took that sell at this point over here below this area, you know, we wouldn't go for 200 pips, obviously, go for maybe 100 pips. If you went for 100 pips right here, this would hit your TP in this direction. So this is the same setup that we're looking for right here. We're just waiting for it to come down, break below the structure, and then we take a sell. But until that happens, we're going to be sitting tight until we have that confirmation, because the last thing you want to do is enter a trade and then it ends up reversing on you, which generally happens a lot of the times. So that's my analysis for GU right there. There's two different scenarios that can play out. Either price breaks below here and we take the sell, or price swings up above here, and then we could take this buy over here if we get a buy signal. So that's pretty much my analysis for GU. So next up we have GA for Nassim. Let's see if there's any other questions here. Here, let's go back to this real quick. So let's see. Che mentioned I took a sell on GU at 1.37083. So let me check that real quick. Here, let's see. So Che took that trade at 1.37083. Oh, so you're currently in the trade right now, Che. So I don't know what your TP stop loss is, but yeah, so this is a little risky right here. I mean, you're on the proper track, Che, because we do have a sell bias, so price is probably going to come down to that point. If price ends up playing out like I mentioned to come down here and break below the structure, you would hit your full TP. The only reason why I think this would the only reason this would be, you know, would be risky is because, like I mentioned, price can like reject up this area and then it can swing back up. So although we have the sell bias, you're on the right track. It's just, I don't think this is a good time to enter the trade because it's a little risky, but I do think it's going to drop. So I'm hoping it plays in your direction, and, you know, we'll see how this ends up playing out. We'll come back and look at this towards the end of the session to see what happens. But yeah, other than that, let me see if there's anything else over here that we can look at. So that's it for that right there. Rue said, can I use an indicator with the iPad or iPhone? Yeah, you can use it on anything really. You just need to download the TradingView app because it's applicable on the TradingView app. So if you have TradingView, just download the app for your iPhone or iPad, and then you can run the strategy on there. Nico said, geez, 200 a month. Is there any way I can buy the indicator? Love your trading, man. I mean, that's the cost to get the indicator, Nico. I mean, 200 a month. Do you think that's a lot of money, bro? Like, look at everyone's profit every day. It's 200 a month. People are making 400 a day, 500 a day, 8,000 a day using my indicators, right? So I don't understand like where 200 seems like a lot of money to you. When everyone here is locking in 400 a day, I don't think anyone here locks in less than at least 200 a day. Luke over here locking in 300 for the day. Jeremiah made 1,500 for the day. That's actually really cheap. I should probably up the price, right? Because that's C6 made 200 a day. I don't think anyone here makes less than a couple $100 a day using my strategies or using my indicators. So I don't know why 200 seems like a lot of money to you when everyone here, like Andrea she signed back up yesterday. She made 121. She's already pretty much covered her subscription for the month. Romano over here just signed back up. He made $500. Well, actually, he didn't even sign back up. He's just been sitting on these sessions and copying the trades. Tam over here locked in 600 for the day. Yeah, if 200 is too much for you, then you're probably not ready to trade at this level. Maybe you got to go trade somewhere else first, and then once you're ready, come back here. But everyone here is locking in way more than 200 a day, guys. So if you guys aren't ready to trade at this level, then, you know, maybe trade somewhere else for a bit, and then once you're ready, you can come over to K2. But everyone here is locking in 700 for the day. Quinn locked in 600 yesterday. Mondra over here locked in 1,601. He was like, hi, Shawn. So happy to be a member to K2. Caught a couple of scalps last night. So Mondra took the trades on his own. So, I mean, honestly, I'm basically giving you guys the indicator for free because everyone's being able to cover that with like one trade. TAM over 200. So you can see the same people. Well, not even the same people. There's a lot of people here who lock in. Harry over here. He just signed up to K2 like 2 weeks ago, right? Harry, you came back. He made 1,000 for the day. So, I mean, you know, there's no reason for me to devalue what I'm offering for you guys here. So if it's too much for you guys, maybe you guys should go trade somewhere else or learn somewhere else for a bit. And then once you have enough and you're ready to trade at this level, then you guys can come back to K2. But if not, I mean, we're still going to be here regardless. So other than that, Rambo said, which market I can buy or sell now? Abdullah mentioned, but it also depends on the account size, right? Yeah, I mean, of course, it depends on the account size. Yeah, the account size was, I mean, everyone has different account sizes, right? People have small accounts, some people have big accounts. That's why these will vary. Like Romani over here, his balance is 700, but he's still making like 200 a day. You know, it just depends on their account size. You don't have to have a big account size. You can still trade with a small account size. Like William over here, he has a $23 account size, right? But he's profiting. He's like doubling his account. So there's like really no excuse here for these people to, you know, you could have a big account, you could have a small account. Your profits are still going to vary depending on your ability to trade. So, you know, it just really depends on how you guys see it. Vedat's asking, what's your USD looking like? Are you still in the sells? Yeah, we're still in the sell right here. It's in profit on its way to TP1 right here. So this is our active Euro USD trade right here. But all right, so I'm done looking at the chat right now. I'm gonna look at I'm gonna go look at the rest of the questions. So the next question is GA for Nassim. So let's see. Nassim over here wants me to take a look at GA. Abdullah's asking what indicators. That's the K2 indicators. You're on the K2 page. So these are the K2 indicators. All right. So anyways, going back to here, let me look at GA. So here's GA. I'm clear everything off the chart, turn on the K2 SR indicator, and then we will we'll analyze it from this point. So let me go ahead and mark up the market structure for you guys here. And then you can identify all this stuff right here. Zoom over here from this point. This point right here. This point right here. So there we have market structure marked up. I'm going to turn this off. And then you guys can see that the market structure for GA over here is, it's been in this area. It's been in the same market structure since January. So January 26th, price broke up into this area right here. So from January 26th, you guys can see from this point, price broke up into this market structure. So this area has been tested all throughout the year. So from January 25th over to from January 25th all the way over to March 24th today, price has been within this area. So we'll go ahead and focus within this area over here. I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator to identify our bias. Right here, we have a bullish bias because the most recent signal was a buy, right? So I'm going to turn this off right here. You can see that we have a rejection from this point. We have a buy signal right here. And as soon as price broke structure right here, it pushed up to this structure right here. So currently we still have a buy bias right now. What we'd be looking for here is we'd be looking for GA to cross and close above that structure right there. When price ends up closing above the structure right here, we can take a buy entry from this point, and then we can ride this up to there. So 45 pips right there. this would be the move for here. So basically, if you want to take GA, we have a bullish bias, so we're only looking for buys right now. In order for us to take this buy, we want price to break and close past the structure, and then we take a buy in that area. The reason why we don't want to take the buy right now is because price is currently at a resistance, right? There's two things that can happen at this area. Price can either reject off this point, or it can shoot up from this point right here. So there's two different scenarios that can play out. You don't want to get caught within those scenarios. You want to hop in when there's a confirmation. So you want to wait for price to break and close past the structure right here. Or if you want to be even more careful, you want to wait for price to break and close past the structure above here. Because if price ends up breaking and closing past the structure right here, you can see that it creates new market structure, right? So the last time that price broke and closed past the structure above here, see, check this out. We had a buy signal right there, right? Same area right here. Buy signal right there. If you were to wait for price to close in above that structure, you enter the buy right there. Depending on where your TP stop loss would be, it probably wouldn't be that far out. It'd probably be maybe 150 pips, maybe 200 pips, somewhere around there. So maybe 200 pips, if that's where you're aiming for, you know, you take a move at that point. So this is basically what you'd be looking for over here. You'd be looking for price to either break and close past this structure over here, or wait for it to break and close past this structure over here. So here or here, you can take buys. Vice versa, if we end up getting a sell signal, because you can see price has been ranging within this area. If we get a sell signal, like if a sell signal appears, so we have a pending sell right here, right? If this ends up closing right here, then our bias changes from a buy to a sell. And if that becomes the case, then we enter a sell at this point over here. And then we just ride this down this direction. So that's pretty much what we'd be looking for here. So there's a lot of different scenarios that can play out here. And that's why you want to wait for the confirmation. The next candle closes in about 2 hours. So if this candle closes with the sell signal, then our bias changed from a buy to a sell. So if that becomes the case, we forget about all this stuff right here. And now we're looking for a sell. And then instead of taking buys, we just take a sell right here. And then we ride this down to the next structure below here. And that's pretty much it. This is exactly how we would analyze this from our perspective. So two different scenarios that can play out for GA. You just have to wait to see how this candle closes and wait for that confirmation before we end up deciding to take this trade or not. So that's pretty much it for this. Next up on the list, we have SPX 500 for Ishfar. Let me check real quick and see if there's anything else here in the chat real quick. Let me scroll up. Peter said, I wonder if people ever walk into a Ferrari dealership and complain that prices are too high. No, exactly. Let's see if there's anything else here. So I already looked at your USD. Abdullah's asking, he trades stock options. Nice. Yeah, definitely. You can use these strategies and these indicators on anything. You don't have to use it on Forex. You can use it on indices. You can use it on commodities like gold. You can use it on cryptos. You can use it on whatever asset that you want, as long as they have it on TradingView, which they probably do. So other than that, Peter said, it's the Shawn money printer indicator, aka K2. Nico said, no, I'm not trying to make you devalue anything. Just wondering if I can buy the indicator alone. I don't mind being in the group. That's all. Just thank you for your response. Yeah, Nico, I mean, the prices are set there for a reason to make it affordable for everyone. I'm not going to change price just for like one person. And I don't sell lifetime subscriptions. If you join K2 in the beginning, you'd have a lifetime subscription, but it's kind of like missing that train, right? Like if you miss the train's gone. So you can catch up to it, but there's no lifetime subscriptions that are available right now. And there's probably never going to be any, because I'm always evolving the strategies and I'm evolving the indicators. So in order for me to continue to help you guys out and give you guys, what's new and what's working, you guys will definitely have to need me to make those adjustments. So that's why we don't have a lifetime subscription anymore. So Mark wants me to take a look at CAD-JPY. We have that to add that to the list. Aaron K2 over here, AB trades. Let's see. I'm also into the FX market. Yeah, no, definitely, Abdullah. Let's see. Roos said, don't listen to him. Don't up the price. I'm about to say. Yeah, no, I don't plan on raising the prices anytime soon, guys. Like I want to make it affordable for everyone to at least. So the reason why we set the prices at that level is so that you guys can take this seriously, right? Because a lot of people sign up to cheap things and they don't take it seriously. Like for me, I want to make sure that you guys actually take trading seriously. And I can teach you how to make that subscription payment back. Like you guys can see here that there's a ton of people that are making profits, right? Like every single day. So if you guys really want to learn, I can show you guys how to make profit trading. It's, you know, it's not going to be free, because if it was free, then you wouldn't take it seriously and you wouldn't want to learn it. It's like, you know, if you get a gym membership for free, you're not going to go to the gym. If you're paying $200 a month for a gym, you're going to go to that gym, right? So you guys have to understand that, you know, it's priced at that point for a reason, so that you take it seriously. You don't just, you know, fuck around with trading, because a lot of people, they don't take trading seriously. They treat it like a game and they lose a lot of money. But if you take it seriously and you actually learn what we're doing here, you can make a lot of profit doing this daily. You know, there's a lot of people here who are actually have been quitting their jobs. You know, they just trade full time with me now, like every morning. And this is pretty much what they do every day now. So if that's the life that you're looking for and you want to be a full-time trader like everyone else here, you know, here's your golden ticket to trading. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else for us to look at. Let's see. All right, so John wanted me to take a look at status for US 30 scalping. I think the Fed is still talking right now. Let me check this real quick. Yeah, I think the Fed is still talking right now, Steven. So I don't think we're ready to start trading yet. Let me just pull this up real quick. Here, what is it called? Powell, right? Powell Live. So yeah, I think they're still talking right now, Steven. Man, YouTube always sends me these like car advertisements because I'm looking for a new car. I'm looking for a McLaren right now. So they keep sending me ads for like Slingshots, Lambos, and McLarens. Yeah, so they're still talking right now, guys. So there's no scalps that are available yet, Steven. We're not gonna enter them yet because they're still talking right now. So anyways, back to what I was looking at over here. The next question was, Che wants me to take a look at your USD. So I'll add you to the list, Che. So guys, this is the best time for you guys to ask me questions, because once we start scalping, I'm not going to answer any more questions. We're going to be focused on just entering scalps once the Fed's done talking. So let me just move this over real quick over here. Let's see what we got over here. Josh said buy a 1992 Honda Civic hatchback, LOL. Yeah, you know, because right now I'm getting my Tesla rewrapped. So if you guys are familiar with you know, the Tesla that I have right now, I had a what I had was sorry, let me mute myself. Actually, I'm already muted. Yeah, so if you guys are familiar with my Tesla that I have, it's actually getting rewrapped right now. So I had it wrapped in chrome blue right here. Let me show you guys. For you guys that are new here, I had it wrapped in like chrome blue. This where's my Tesla at? Yeah, so I have it wrapped in chrome blue right here, but I'm getting it wrapped in a brighter chrome blue. So that's why I don't have a car right now. That's why I keep looking at new cars, because I kind of want a normal car. I don't want an SUV anymore. So that's why I've been looking for cars lately. So let's see if there's anything else right here. So I have EU listed up. And then I have EU for Kira. I have EU for Che and for Kira. So I'm going to go down the list real quick for what questions I have right now. I have SPX 500 for Ishvar. I have Euro CHF for Short Scene. I have gold for Spooky. I have CAD JPY for Mark, and then I have Euro USD for Che and Kara. So that's what I'm going to be looking at right now. Bilal is asking, what's the percentage accuracy on the KT strategy for US 30? So, I mean, we don't have the percentage accuracy for the scalp, but if you're looking for the daily entries, or here, I'll just show you what the percentage is right now. So this is going to be the percentage for the scalps and the daily entries combined. So if you want to see what our results are for that right now, you can look at the total trades for our indices over here. So for our total trades for indices signals right here, these are all the official calls that I make for you guys. So we have about, actually this isn't going to be right because this is mixed with the UK 100 that we took in January. But I mean, we'll try to do the math here. Let me see if I can figure out what the math is like. So 39, is this from this week? Yeah, 39 plus, I don't know, 14, so 53. So 39 divided by 53. Looks like it's at about a 74% win rate for this year so far. So this was for just this year. Let me show you what it was from last year. So last year we had, let's see, last year was the total indice results for 2020. So this is probably gonna be a better sample because this was from last year. So 91 plus 25. We had a total of 116 trades. So 91 divided by 116, we have about a 78.4% win rate. So it's around like 78 to like, I guess 78 and up, I guess. So around 76 to 78% win rate for US 30. And that's not with the scalps, that's for the daily entries. So we have a different, we have a different strategy now that we've been using for the scalps. But I mean, if you look at all the profits for every day, I mean, it's like damn near like close to like above a 90%, because you guys can see here all the profits from everyone. This is US 30, US 30. If you look at anyone's profits here, they're all US 30, right? So everyone has like winning days. Like there's days where people have like literally no losses. They're just straight wins for US 30. So I can't really tell you what the exact win rate is because there's too many, like the scalps move too fast. There's like, there's like 20, 40 scalps a day. So I can't go and document every single trade, but every trade that we have documented, they're at about a 78% win rate. So it's pretty high. Like everyone here, like see all their wins, 8,000 for US 30. If you look at Trello over here, he has US 30 for sales right here. They're all wins. So people have like perfect days just trading US 30. That's just the strategy. CSUK over here, straight wins. I'm going to look at a list where someone takes a lot of US 30 trades. So for example, here's CSUK, right? He has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins right here, or 12 US 30 trades. And he has 10 wins. So he's 10 out of 12. So that's like an 80% win rate right there. John over here, he trades US 30 right here as well. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He has 20 trades here. And then he has like, I don't know, like 5 losses. So he's probably around a 75% win rate. So, I mean, it just depends, it depends on the person right here. Quen, he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 US 30 trades right here. They're all wins, right? So 100% win rate for him. So it just depends on who's applying it and, what you're trading. Because if you're trading US 30, this strategy works on everything. It's not just US 30. So you can use it for US 30, or you can use it for any indice, any Forex pair, anything really. So other than that, let me see what we have next up on the questions. I think it's SPX. So we have SPX 500 for Ishfar. So I'll analyze that first. Here we got this over here. I'm gonna delete all these right here. Go on the 1 hour. I'm gonna draw market structure for you guys over here. So we got structure above here. We got structure right here. We got structure here. Hey guys, so if you guys can, or whoever is in the chat, if you guys can monitor the PAL speech, that'd be great, so that we can start scalping, because I'm kind of tired of answering questions for today. I want to start making some profits. So if you guys are watching the PAL speech, can you guys just let me know when they're done speaking, so that we can stop analyzing pairs and just start trading? Actually, let me check US 30 real quick. So looking at US 30 right here, let me see if there's any new zones around this area. Oh, perfect. All right, so we got a bunch of zones right here. So I might be ready to start trading soon. So the last thing I'm going to look at is SPX right now. And then I'm probably going to start focusing on some trades to take on my own, because I'm ready to make some money, guys. I've been like, I've been waiting for this to pass before we can start trading. I mean, I have one trade from this morning. I only made like 300 bucks. So it's not a big amount, but something. Profit's profit. So let me see. All right, so I'm looking for some trades right here for US 30. But I don't think there's anything playing right now. Let's check. Oh, okay, perfect. I think they're done speaking. I just pulled up their video right now. Let's see. Let me see if they're done so that we can start taking some trades. Oh, perfect. So I think they're done, guys. So I'm just going to analyze one more thing for SPX, and then I'm going to start looking for some trades. So that's it for the questions for now. I'll answer you guys' questions later. I still have the list here. So I'll finish looking at SPX real quick, and then we're going to start looking for some scalps because I think Powell's done speaking. So anyways, looking at this here, first thing we're going to do is turn on the momentum indicator. We have market structure drawn within this area. So price is pretty much bouncing within this area right now. So we have a bullish signal right here. So this indicates that we have a bullish bias at this point. So let me turn that off. So basically this is going to be our market structure. It's going to be from here. So within this area right here, this is what's important. So basically in order for me to take a buy here for the SPX, I want price to go above this area right here. When price goes above this area right here and closes, we'll take a long position right here at this point over here. And we pretty much just ride this up to full TP at that point. So this is basically what I have on the higher time, on like the higher scale. We'll now go down to the scalp. So let's go down to the 10-minute. And I'll pull up SPX right here. So looking at SPX right here, let me see if there were any entries that were available using a scalp strategy. Let's mark up some zones right here. Let's see, we got that right there. We got this right here. We got this right here as well. That right there. That right there. All right, so I'm just drawing market structure right here on the 10-minute so we can identify if there was any scalps that happened, recently or during this whole news event. So looking at the SPX right here, looks like the most recent scalp would have been this one right here. Damn, that would have been a nice move for whoever caught it. So this green candle right here, we have the wick rejection off the pivot and structure. And this would have been the long position right there. So that would have been a full TP, like literally no drawdown. As soon as this candle closed, we would have entered a long position right there, full TP. There's another one right before it. So this green candle right here, there's an entry. Again, right here, this green candle right before this one was another entry right here as well. So we got this one right here. This would be the 2 entries off this point. And if we had that, then we would have a full TP off that too. So full TP off this candle right there, full TP. And then again, this candle right here, another full TP right there as well. So obviously we have a bullish bias here. What we'd be waiting for next is for price to come down, reject off the pivot and structure, and then catch it for another buy right here. So that's basically what we're looking for. We're just applying the same strategy over and over again. If you guys aren't familiar with the strategy that we're applying, it's the K² Snipe Strategy. And I went over this a couple of times during the session. Basically, we're looking for we want to confirm a wick rejection off the K² pivot, which can be any pivot. Next, confirm wick rejection off K² SR zone. And lastly, confirm wick rejection off K² pivot does not touch candle body. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, we're looking for a wick rejection off the pivot and structure. So if I just rewind this to here, this is exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a wick rejection off the pivot. So it rejects off this red pivot right here, rejection off the K² SR structure right here. So those 2 requirements are met. We just confirm that this pivot doesn't touch the body, which it doesn't. We enter a long position right here. And then if we let that run, there you go, full TP, no drawdown. So that's exactly what we're looking for right now, guys. So if you guys are wondering what we're waiting for, this is pretty much what we're looking for. Hey, what's up, Tommy? How's it going, bro? So Tommy, for the wick rejection, you're basically looking at this this little stick right here. So Basically, this would be the candle body. This green area would be the candle body. This red would be the candle body. This little black line right here would be a wick. So a wick rejection is basically when the wick is bouncing off either, a pivot, it can be a structure, it can be a lot of things. So it just depends on like which one that you want to, which one that you're identifying. But basically you're just looking for this black line right here to bounce off something. It's like a bumper. So you can see right here, price will move in a direction, it'll come down, and then it'll bounce off this like structure right here. That would be a rejection. So looking at that point there, that's basically all you're looking for. You're looking for this little wick right here, which should be the black line, and you're looking for it to reject off something, and that would be a wick rejection. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much what we're waiting for right now. We're just waiting for this to play out. Once it plays out, then we'll take some scalps. So let's go back to US 30 real quick. All right, perfect. So it looks like US 30 is trying to swing down. So if it swings down right here, this is perfect because we want a wick rejection off the pivot and structure on this area. Then we'll take a buy and we'll keep riding it up. Here, let me go down the list real quick and see what else that we're missing. Mark is asking for the K2 SR zone strategy and K2 snipe strategy, which SR indicator do you use? We're using version 2, Mark, so that we get the zones. Kara is asking, is it possible to flip a $100 account? What is the leverage that you should follow? I mean, leverage doesn't ever matter, Kara. You should be more focused on risk management. So it doesn't matter if your leverage is 1 to 100, 1 to 500. You should still only be risking like maybe 1 to 5% per trade. So, if you have a $100 account, 1 to 5% is only $1 to $5. So each trade you should only be looking to make $1 to $5. This isn't if you're looking to gamble and flip that like 100%, I mean, your odds of hitting that are probably not going to be very likely, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So it's possible to flip account, but for you, I can't say because I don't know how good of a trader you are, right? So, I mean, let's see someone here with a small account. I think William has a smaller account, right? So I think William over here, let me see his profits. I remember he posted his profits the other day. Or here, I'll just go to William's, our chat. All right, so like William over here, he had so William has a small account here. He has a balance of 300, but he makes, I know he sent profits like one day where he had, okay, like for example here. So William, his balance is like 125, right? So he had about $100 balance, but you can see he took 3 of my trades right here and he made he basically flipped his account. So he flipped his account and he made a profit of 125. I don't know what his balance was, but it looks like he basically flipped that balance to double. So it's possible if you know what you're doing. William trades on his own now. So at first he was like copying my trades, and then after that he started taking his own trades. So he's been taking his own trades here, and he's been pretty much making profit every day, like a couple like $40 to $100 a day. And he started with a lot less. So it's possible, Kara, but for you, if you're not a good trader and you don't know, like if you don't have a strategy to follow, then odds of you flipping that are probably unlikely. You have to actually know what you're doing. You have to use proper risk. I never recommend that you over leverage because that's how you blow accounts. But if you can learn how to do what we're doing here, and if you can stay consistent, then you can definitely flip that. It's just you shouldn't look at it from that perspective. Let's see. Vedat's asking, you them lines, blue, red, black, you call them pivots. We don't have anything blue on the screen, Vedat. We don't have blue lines or black lines. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you're talking about these structures right here, these are the zones. They're not pivots. The pivots are the green, yellow, orange, red right here. I don't see anything that's blue or black. So I'm not sure what you're referring to, Vedat. I'm not sure if your coloring is just off on your screen, or I don't know, but I definitely don't see anything blue here. This is an arrow. If you're talking about this blue thing, this is an arrow. It's not a pivot. This is something that we draw on the chart. So not sure what you're referring to, Vedat. Yeah, no problem, Ishfar. Glad I could help you. Yeah, like what Nico mentioned, Bilal, if you go back to, if you watch every live stream from last week, so if you just go to our YouTube channel, like, if you just go to the K2 page, if you guys want to see all my trades live, because I trade live every morning. So if you want to see all of the trades live from last week, just go to past live streams, and then all of these with a white banner, these are all live trading rooms. The green ones are my mentoring sessions for K2 members, and the blue ones are the weekly chart analysis. So if you guys want to go back and watch every trade that I took last week, we had a 100% win rate last week. So if you go to our results here, you can see from last week, March week 3rd, we had straight wins for US 30. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight US 30 wins every single day. If you want to see me trade those live, just go on the K2 YouTube page and then click on any of these white banners here from last week. And you can see that I take all these trades live with you guys on this live stream if you want to see how those trades were taken. All right, so I'm looking for this right here. It looks like we might have an entry for US 30 soon. This is exactly what I was mentioning, right? I was waiting for price to come down, reject off the pivot and structure. Once that happens, we can take a buy entry, and then we can be on our way. So let me check the other indexes real quick to see how they're moving. Let me zoom out real quick. All right, so it looks like we got a couple of things here. Let me turn off make sure everything here is muted. All right, so I got my volume up right now in case I need to hear for some alerts. I think I had my volume down this whole time. So yeah, everything looks like it's swinging bullish. The DAX right here looks like it's swinging bullish above the pivots. The S&P swinging bullish, and the US 30 swinging bullish as well. So this is perfect for us because now that we have these signals, we're going to be looking for a possible buy. So let me just mark this up right here for market open, which is 6:30. And we'll see what we can see from this point. All right, so looking at this here, we're just waiting for this to reject off this pivot and structure, and then we'll be ready to take a buy once that happens. So other than that, see if there's anything else here real quick. Steven's asking, what is the entry we use for US 30 pending order? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Steven, because it depends on what you're applying. So I don't know if you're applying. I mean, there's a bunch of different there's orders you can do: a market order, a buy limit, a buy stop. It just depends on where price is and depending on where you're planning on entering the trade. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to, Steven, because there's different entries that you can use. Steven's asking, he goes away 0.10 for US 30 for $1,000 account. Is that too much? Way too much, Steven. If you're trading for Hugo's way, here, I'm going to just mark it up right here because I feel like a lot of you guys don't understand proper risk with your broker. So if you're on Hugo's way, US 30, you should only use a 0.01 per 1,000. That's going to be proper risk, right? So if you're trying to trade a 10, you need 10,000 for that. So make sure that you guys get that right, because a lot of people they over leverage like crazy. Like they have a small account and they try to go super heavy. Then this is what you should be using for Hugo's way, because this is the way that it's measured. If you're using something else like CoinEx, if you're using CoinEx, then it's going to be a little different because they have many lots there. Damn, this came up. They have many lots there. So if you're trading on like CoinEx, US 30, it's going to be, you're just move the decimal point over by 1. So you can use a 0.01. I think it's like per, I don't know, 500. I don't use CoinEx, but I know some people use this specifically so that you can use something like that. It just depends on what broker you're using. But for Hugo's way, you need a lot more because they use standard lots on there. So it just depends on what on which one that you depend on, which one you plan on using. So Hugo's way for sure, you should have at least 1,000 and trade on Hugo's way for US 30 in order to cover the margin, because you don't want to get margin called out of trades. That's the worst feeling. Like you're in some drawdown, but it hits margin call and then you end up going to profit. Let's see what else we got over here. Vidat's asking, the lines go through, are they pivots? Vidat, I'm still confused with what you're referring to, bro, because you mentioned a blue line, but we don't have any blue lines on the chart. Like if you can give me the proper color, like if you can tell me what color you're talking about, because you mentioned a blue and black line, but we don't have any blue or black lines on the chart. These right here, these black lines for these zones, these are zones, these aren't pivots. These right here are pivots. This is green, yellow, orange, and red. So I'm not sure if your colors are off on your screen, or I don't know if you, because I don't see any blue or black lines on the chart at all. Because I don't know if you're referring to the wicks, you're referring to the structure, you're referring to, I don't know. If you could be a little more specific, I can answer your question, but I don't know what you're referring to because I don't see any blue lines on the chart or black lines. Let's see, anything else over here real quick. If there's anything else that I'm missing. Kia says, it feels great to be back. Pregnancy had me out for a while, and you were missing for like a good couple months, Kia. I knew you were having a kid because, you know, we're friends on social media. So I knew, but I think a lot of people were wondering where you were that whole time. Steven's asking, what entry are we using for scalp? I want to have everything set, so I'll be ready. So Steve, I don't think you're getting it with the entry types. Your entry type is going to depend on your entry, Steven. So if you're entering, so if you want to enter a position and your entry is above here, right, that's going to be a buy stop. If you're trying to enter a buy and your entry is below here, that's going to be a buy limit. If you want to enter where price currently is, that's a market order. So I think you don't understand what the market types are. So depending on where your entry is, if your entry is above here, it's going to be a buy stop. If it's below here, it's going to be a buy limit. If you want to enter where current price is, it's going to be a market order. So it depends on what you're looking for. Like you have to know where your entry point is. That's how you'll know what order type it is. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to take a buy limit and price is below here, because it's not going to work. It just depends on, you know, which one that you are referring to. All right, so let me scroll over here again real quick and see. All right, guys, we're looking for a scalp here. I'm just gonna go down to YouTube and answer questions while we're waiting for the scalp here. What we're looking for is we're looking for a rejection of a pivot in structure. So we're looking for this right here. See this red candle right here? We're looking for this wick to reject off the pivot in structure. And with that said, we take a long position and we take that a full TP right there. That's exactly what we're looking for right here. We want this wick to reject off the pivot and the structure below here. And then once we get that, we can enter this for a profit. So we're just waiting for it to reject off. If we don't get that rejection, then, you know, we're going to sit tight for a bit. Let me check the 3-minute real quick, because I know you guys like to trade off this 3-minute right here. And this is Josh's strategy right here. Damn, Josh. I don't know, Josh, are you in here? If Josh is in here, it looks like your strategy was hitting all day this morning. So for Josh, he applies this strategy on the 3-minute. Yeah, and this looks like a decent sell right here, Josh. I don't know if you guys took it. If you guys are taking Josh's 3-minute strategy, this would have been an entry right here. This isn't a K2 strategy yet. Me and Josh will have to go over this together so that he can tell me exactly what he's doing and we can make adjustments to make it better. But this is Josh's 3-minute scalp strategy right here. He basically trades off the momentum signal. If he gets a sell signal, sell momentum signal, he takes the sell, he rides it for 25 pips. So for example, right here, I think Josh might have taken this trade right here. He would have made 25 and 50 right there. So that would have been a full TP off that. Another one right here. This is invalid, so we probably wouldn't have taken that one. But if you took this trade right here, it looks like you would have locked in a lot of profit this morning, Josh, if you were applying your strategy. Let me check. Oh, so Josh just messaged me too. Let's see. There we go. So he just messaged me right now. This is Josh. He created this strategy right here. Dude is hitting profits like all day off these right here. So these entries right here are what Josh would have taken. Let me see if anyone else here took it. Nice. So Josh actually took that trade right there. See that buy I was just mentioning? He made 244 off this trade. He took this buy right here, or this buy right here. One of these buys, he took them, and he made 244 off that. So nice work, Josh. So if you guys are in the premium, you guys will know what we're talking about, because everyone here is taking these trades together. You know, everyone's pretty much locking in profits all throughout the day. So if you guys took that trade, if you guys are in the premium and you guys took that trade, nice work off that, Josh. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. It's a nice profit off that. You took it while we were doing our live session too. I mean, during the news. So yeah, no, definitely. I just saw your messages right now on the YouTube, Josh. A nice work off that, bro. If you guys want to take this trade, you guys can. This isn't going to be an official call by me. But I'm just showing you guys that this is Josh's strategy right here. We're still looking for our own scalp over here. Okay, perfect. So we got 3 minutes left on this candle right here, but it doesn't reject off the structure, unfortunately. So we don't have a buy that's available just yet. We have the rejection off the pivot, but not off the structure. So we're going to be waiting for this. Let me scroll up real quick and see if I'm missing anything else. So let me see. So Mark mentioned, so basically you shouldn't trade US 30 with less than 1,000. Well, it depends on your broker, Mark. If you're using Hugo's way, then yeah, you shouldn't have less than 1,000. If you're using CoinEx, you should probably have no more less than 500. If you're using MyFX, it depends on which broker. It's broker side, depending on how they measure US 30 or whatever you're planning on trading. Neptune said, can you mark up the daily on US 30, Shawn? Yeah, sure. Give me a second, Neptune. I'll take a look at that after. We had 2 minutes left. So let me just go over here real quick. I'll just do it for you really quick. Are you talking about the daily time frame, Neptune? So if you're talking about the daily, let me just get this marked up for you over here. I'm assuming you're talking about the daily, right? I mean, if you're marking up on the daily, it kind of doesn't really matter because it's always going to be bullish. Like US 30 is always going to be bullish on the daily time frame. That's why we don't look at it on the very high time frames, because it's always going to be bullish. The US 30 index, the Dow 30 doesn't necessarily go negative for too long unless something in the market happens to crash it, like COVID. But generally, it doesn't really crash like that. It's a directional asset that keeps going up. That's why people invest in the Dow 30 long term. But I'll mark it up for you anyways, just if you want to see. But I don't think it's really relevant because it just goes up. So here we go. There's your US 30 on the daily chart, Neptune. But it's always going to go up. Like for the most part, this dropped right here because of COVID. This was on February 12th. It dropped, but ever since then, it just continues to go up, right? Because that's how it normally moves. This is it's a directional asset, so it generally goes up. All right, going back to the scalp here, there's no entry available yet. We have 50 seconds left on this candle. Once this candle closes, we can determine whether we want to, take this trade or not, but it doesn't look like there's an entry that's available just yet. All right. Steven's asking, is there two Stevens? Yeah, Steven. John Doe is also Steven. He's the other Steven that's in the in the premium. So we're not talking to you, Steven. We're talking to the other Steven. And I'm referring to you, Steven Smith. We're not talking to you, Steven. We're talking to the other Steven, who's John Doe. Other than that, let me see. I'm gonna scroll down a little farther and see what I missed down here. Yeah, so there's no entry yet, guys. We have another candle I just opened right here. If you guys are still in Josh's trade, looks like it's currently moving back and forth right now. I'm not really going to risk it. You guys can take it if you want, but I'm not going to take it right now. I just feel like this is a little, it's just a little risky to be taking it, in a certain direction. Nice. So Jerry just messaged. He said, pass my FTMO 100K verification. So nice, Jerry. You got your funded account, bro. Congrats. Let me see that real quick. Where did you post it at? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Jerry said, pass my FTMO 100K verification this morning. Thanks, K2, for your awesome indicators that made it possible. Next up is 200K challenge. Congrats, Jerry. So there we go. We got another, sorry, I got freaking fur, my dog's fur flying around here. We have another K2 member with a new funded account, 100K funded account with FTMO. So if you guys join K2, I mean, it only makes the most sense for you to do FTMO because, that's how everyone locks in so much profit with us here. But yeah, congrats to you, Jerry. I know, Jerry, you've been with K2 for a while. I know you had a struggle, before you got here. But once you finally got here, you're finally funded. So big congrats to you, Jerry, for getting funded with FTMO. Let's get you to that 200K now so we can merge that to a 300K and you can make some pretty nice profits with us here every day. So other than that, let me scroll down real quick and see if I missed anything else. Oh, damn. So Sam said, I took 2 buys of the 3-minute, both full TP. Yeah, so it looks like Sam took these 2 trades right here. He took this buy right here for full TP. I'm not sure if you sent your profits in the chat, Sam, but it's all good. Get on there. Scroll down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna scroll down a little farther. Yeah, Mark, if you want to trade with under $1,000, then you should probably use a different broker that allows for micro and nano lot sizes. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So Neptune wanted me to mark up the 10-minute. Yeah. So let me turn this off real quick. All right. So Neptune wanted me to mark up the Dow 30 real quick for you guys. So let me just mark it up here on the 10-minute. So let me just do that for you right there. Let's see. We still got 7 minutes left on this candle anyway. So I'll go back to that pair later for a scalp. And then I'll just finish marking this up for Neptune real quick. All right, we're good off that. Man, I'm kind of jealous of everyone's profits this morning because I didn't trade this morning because of the news, but it looks like you guys were trading during the news and locked in a lot of profit. So congrats to you guys who did lock in profits during the news events. I'm not that daring. I like to be careful and I like to know that I almost have guaranteed wins. So yeah, here's the chart for you right here, Neptune. Here's the zones and here's the momentum signals right here. So that's pretty much all that we're looking for. All right, let me go back over here. Rue's asking, what about FX choice? So for FX choice, I think you need like at least 600 to trade on FX choice for US 30. It's either between 600 and 500 and 600. I've never used those brokers. I'm just telling you what other people in the group use. So Rue, once you join the premium, just pop in the premium chat because we have a premium chat right here. Damn, look at Sam over here. Sam sent his profits. I show off over here. So if you see Sam over here in the chat, you can see Sam K. He said he took 2 buys on the 3-minute full TPs. So Sam over here, he took a US 30 right here. He made 235. He took another US 30, $96 off that. He took an S&P 500, made $2 off that. And then he took another US 30 trade right here for 252 for Sam. So Sam's in profit this morning about 500 to 600 bucks. So nice work, Sam, this morning. It's great work, man. Great work for everybody here in K2. You guys can see he used Josh's 3-minute strategy. So great work off that if you guys ended up taking that trade on your own. But, going back to your question, Rue, I've never used FX choice, but if you join the premium, just go in the chats here. We have a premium chat and we have a trade talk over here, and you can ask anyone here and they'll let you know, what they necessarily use for that broker. But I'm assuming it's between 500 and 600. Nice. Yeah. So Steven said, okay, but yeah, trying to pass FTMO challenge today or tomorrow. So there we go. We got another person, Steven, over here on his way to pass his FTMO challenge. So once he passes that, on his way to verification, and then after that, on his way to funded. So congrats to everybody in K2 that's passing your challenge this week and last week. Like last week, we had a straight win. We had straight 10 wins for US 30. So whoever took my trades last week passed their FTMO and are funded now. Let's see, Mark's saying recommendations. I don't really have a recommendation, Mark, because I don't trade on any other broker. I can only recommend what I've used, and I've used Hugo's Way, which is fine. It's an unregulated broker, but it's still fine if you do it properly. other than that, I mean, the other brokers that I would recommend to you, you wouldn't have enough funds to trade on them anyways, because you need like at least like a 2,500 to 25,000 deposit if you're looking at, you know, trading on an actual regulated broker. So you can try out CoinEx or FX Choice, but I can't give you my recommendation because I've never used them before. Paul wants me to take a look at USD MXN. So I'm not looking at trades right now, Paul, but I'll add you to the list. So I'm gonna add you to the list for the peso. All right, cool. So on the list here, guys, I still have USD CHF for short scene. I have gold for Spooky. I have KJPY for Mark. I have Euro USD for Shay and Kara. And then I have USD MXN, which is the peso for Paul. So once I have downtime, I'll look at those pairs. But right now we're looking for some scalps at this time. So until we have some downtime, I'll take a look at those. But right now we're just looking at some scalps. So in the next 2 minutes, if I don't see an entry after this candle close, I'll start going over the questions and I'll start looking at what you guys need. So the next question is going to be USD CHF for short scene. Other than that, we will we'll continue to look for some scalps here. So we got about 2 minutes left on this candle, and then after that, we can take a look at, you know what, I'll look at USD CHF right now. It shouldn't take too long. So let me go to USD CHF real quick. So this is the trade that we're actually in. I'm not going to remark it up because we have a trade running already, short scene. But yeah, this is basically the trade that we have active for USD CHF. So I called this trade for you guys in the groups yesterday. It's currently on its way to full TP right now. So the reason why we took this trade is because we had a rejection off this point. We turned on the momentum indicator. We had a buy signal here, so we had a bullish bias. As soon as price broke and closed past the structure right here, that's why we took that buy, and then we're riding it up to full TP right here. It's the same pattern that played out over here, right? We had a rejection from this point. We had a buy signal right here. We had the break and close past structure right here. And from that point, push up to here, right? Same situation over here, break and close past structure right here. Push up to here for full TP. So this is currently active. I would mark it up for you, short scene, but we currently have an active trade, so I don't want to mess with it since we're already in it. So this is my analysis for USD CHF. So back to US 30 real quick. Yeah, no entry yet available. So I'll wait for this to close in the next minute. Once this closes, then I will look at the next pair, which is gold for Spooky. And then after that, we have KJPY, then your USD for Che and Kara, and then the peso for Paul. So I'll be looking at that for you guys after this candle right here closes. Yeah, sure, no problem, Mark. Yeah, I wish I could give you a better recommendation, but you know, just pop into the premium chat, Mark, and then just ask anybody here, because everyone uses something different. So if you go here, the premium chat, Mark, just, you know, pop your question in there, and then someone else there can here, I'll just forward your message. I see you messaged in the free group. So let me go to the premium over here. I just forwarded your message over there, Mark, so that you know, everyone in K2 can help you out here. Tam said caught them all, and then she and then Trello here put that Pokemon gif right there. All right, so we're looking at this here right now. Rue's asking, what's the best broker? So, I mean, depends on what you're trading, right? If you're trading Forex, then I can only recommend something like forex.com, which is regulated. Because I don't like recommending like shitty brokers to you guys, right? Like I don't like recommending unregulated brokers, even though I do use Hugo's Way for my personal. It works fine, but it's not something that I would recommend to someone. So if you want to take the risk, you can use Hugo's Way. But other than that, you know, options are limited, especially if you're located in the US. Let me check real quick. Aaron said hey guys, is Pal still talking right now? Aaron said that they're still talking. Oh, they are still talking shit. Okay, so maybe we shouldn't be taking any trades right now, guys. Sorry, he said they're arguing.
And no one likes that front.
Well, when China comes to redeem its SDR and says, we want dollars, where do you think we're going to get the money?
Aaron said they're arguing.
We're going to borrow. I've gone over, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, but this is an important issue. I'll call you, Madam Secretary.
Okay, I'd be glad to talk about it offline.
Thank you for your
I guess they were arguing right now. Aaron just
The Senator Cortez masked up from Nevada is recognized.
so they're still talking right now. Aaron said that they were talking, they were arguing right now.
Chairman Powell, welcome back to the committee. Let me start by expressing my
Guys, so I guess they're still talking right now. So it's kind of risky to trade at this time. So I might not be looking for some scalps after all. I mean, we'll look, but if we don't see anything good, then we're going to be very careful about what we're taking here. Because it looks like they're still speaking. I didn't realize that they were still talking. I thought they were done. So we'll try to look for trades here. But I'll call trades for you guys, but they're going to be unofficial trades, okay? Because they're too risky due to the news. So I'll call the trades if I see them, but I'm not going to take them on my own account. And they're going to be at your risk trade because there is news going on. So a lot of stuff can happen right now, causing stuff to move in irregular movements. So Josh, looking at your strategy right here, looks like you're about to hit full TP. If you guys saw I marked this up about 20 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago for Josh's 3-minute strategy. Looks like it's about to hit TP. So if you guys did take this trade that I called like a couple minutes ago, I'll set an alert here to notify us when it hits. US 30, Josh Scout full TP. All right, I got an alert set right there. So, Aaron, thanks for letting me know, bro. I didn't realize that they were still going. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't realize that until now. Yeah, so here's Powell. Powell's starting to speak again.
The economy reopened, and all these small.
So with him talking, he could really affect the
believe that
market.
they
So that's why we're being
it's
careful
right
with
there to
this.
be done if we can follow through on this in coming months.
I'm curious, do you see any regional variations in jobs returning?
All right, so we'll let them talk, and if I see any trades, I'll call some risky trades for you. Well, it's going to be at your own risk, but if we do see something there, then I'll call it for you guys. But yeah, it looks like Josh's strategy is about to hit right now. If it hits, I'll let you guys know so that you guys can see the update for that. But like I mentioned, I didn't take this trade on my own, so I'm not going to count it as an official trade. I also didn't take it on my own account because it's just too risky with Powell still speaking right now. Yeah, because Powell could really screw up the market. Like he can really spike the price if he says something that really affects, what we're looking at here. So, all right, going back to the questions here. So I'll just answer questions. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and put your questions in the YouTube chat, and then I can analyze anything for you guys right now because I'm not going to be trading. This is your best time to ask me any questions regarding, I don't know, risk management. If you have questions about FTMO, if you have questions about the strategies or anything really, if you guys just want me to analyze anything, you just throw out the asset. If you guys want me to analyze like odd USD, just type in odd USD. If you want me to analyze, something like, I don't know, gold, silver, just put it in the chat and I'll analyze it for you guys. So other than that, let me go back to the questions here. The next question is for Spooky, which is going to be for gold. So let me pull up gold for you guys real quick. Let's see. Neptune mentioned, isn't the daily entry the first momentum signal after 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time? Yep, that is that's the strategy for that, Neptune. So there hasn't been an entry yet. So looking at here, this is 6:30 right here. There hasn't been a signal since market open. So there's no entry that's available there yet, Neptune. All right, anyways, back to the question. So the question we have right now is for gold for Spooky right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. So we have one more question here from Bilal. Bilal's asking, do I need to purchase TradingView premium subscription in order to use a K2 strategy? No, you can use a free account if you want. If you want to use custom timeframes, then yeah, you'll need to have a paid account with TradingView. But if you want to trade on any other time frame, like a normal time frame, the 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, you're fine. you would only need it for custom timeframes. So anyways, I'm going to analyze gold for you guys here for spooky. So I'm going to zoom out from this point. I'm going to drop market structure for you guys right here so that you guys can identify where the rejection points are. And you guys can know exactly where to trade and where not to trade. So you guys can see here that this tool is very useful when identifying market structure because, you know, generally this would take someone a really long time to identify market structure, right? A lot of people mark up structures in the wrong areas, or I wouldn't say wrong, but not the most accurate areas. And that's why I created this algorithm here to produce market structure for you so that you don't have to, you know, do this by hand and make mistakes. So anyways, looking at this here, we'll zoom out from this point. You guys can see gold was within this area of market structure. Let's see. Yeah, so it was within this area right here from January 8th up until February 4th. And then it created a new market structure on this area over here from February 16 up until February 26th. And then now currently, price is currently in this market structure right down here, right? So looking at this point over here, we have, I'll just mark it up from this area right here because market structure is now currently within this area over here. I'll just mark this up right here so we know exactly where to focus on. So from February 25th up until March 24th, it's been about a month now. This would be the market structure that's important for gold. So looking at this point here, this is all that's really important because price hasn't broken above here or broken far enough below here for us to really look any further, right? So there we go right there. We have market structure perfectly. So just looking at this area here, this is all that's really important. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator to identify our bias. So right here, we have a sell bias. Reason for that is because we have a sell signal right there. So most recent signal is a sell signal. That's why our bias right now is going to be for a sell. Go back to US 30 real quick. All right, so we have an entry that's setting up right here right now, guys. So let me I'll go back to gold shortly. We have about a minute left on this candle. So if this ends up closing right here, this would provide for a long position. But like I mentioned, guys, there's news going on right now. So this isn't going to be an official entry, okay? This is going to be an at your risk trade. So if you guys want to take it, feel free to take it. If not, I would just sit tight because Powell is still speaking right now. So he's still currently speaking at this moment.
If you want to address
so like
CBLR
he could probably say something that will affect the market. So that's why I'm not going to mess with it. But if you guys want to take this trade, you guys are more than welcome. Because I know some of you guys are just itching to catch a trade right now, right? So if you guys want to catch this, then you guys can take it. Let's see. Funky's asking, no, I don't. Funky's asking if EU hit stop loss. No, it's far from stop loss. Funky, I'm not sure where you got that from. It's still currently active. Anyways, but back to US 30 over here. So this is going to be the entry point. Like I mentioned, this is going to be an at risk trade, guys. So if you guys aren't willing to take this risk, don't take it. It's just up to you guys if you guys want to take it. I'm not going to count this as an official trade, and I'm not taking it myself either. So here's the entry right there for US 30. It's currently in profit right now. If you guys want to take it, there's the parameters right there: entry point, profit target, and stop loss. So this would be the entry for a scalp if you guys want to take it. So a reminder, guys, this is at your risk. So I'm not taking this on my own account. So if you want to take it, take it. If not, then just wait until the Fed's done speaking, because they're still speaking right now. I don't want to take it because they can spike price, up or down, and we just don't know where it's going to go. So if you guys want to take it, feel free. If not, I'll just leave the parameters there for a few seconds so that you guys can copy it if you guys want to. So this is going to be entry point. This is going to be profit target, and this is going to be the stop target right here. All right. So hopefully you guys got that. I'm gonna close this now, go back to gold. So anyways, back to my gold analysis right here. We have a sell bias right here because we have a sell signal. But just looking at gold right now, if I turn this off, gold is just going sideways at this time, right? It's been going sideways for a while now. So it's just going sideways. But this right here can easily break below here. Since we have a sell bias, we want price to break below the structure right here. Once this happens where it breaks below here, then you can take a sell position right here, Smokey, or Spooky, sorry. Spooky, if you want to take this trade right here, this would be your entry right over there for a gold. The same pattern played out over here. So you can see that price broke structure right here. If you were to take this trade over here, you would have hit full TP if you did the same thing, right? Right there. So same pattern right there. You just want it to break below. We're waiting for this to, go sideways and break below. If it breaks below, you take the sell. Vice versa, if it breaks above and we have a buy signal above here, then you take the buy. So you can see the same pattern works in both directions, right? So it works for the sell. It also works for the buy right here as well. So we got that right there. So for example, right here, price broke and closed past the structure above here. Full TP in this direction right there. So you can take either way. I mean, whether you want to take a buy or a sell, either way, they look pretty fine to me. So that's pretty much what you'll be looking for here, Spooky. You'll be waiting for a price to either break above here with the buy signal or for it to close below here with that sell signal intact. Once that happens, you can take a buy or a sell and determine whether it's a good trade or not. So going back to US 30 right here, if you guys took that scalp that I just gave you guys, it's in profit right now. It's pushing up. Looks like it's in profit about 100 pips, maybe 200 pips at this point. But like I mentioned, the Fed is still speaking right now, so I personally wouldn't mess with it. But if you guys want to take a risk, you guys are welcome to.
Secretary Yellen, it's great to be with both of you, Chair Powell and Secretary Yellen. Thank you again, Secretary Yellen, for another display of grace under pressure as you were.
Hopefully they're done.
Talked over a minute ago. I appreciated that very much. And speaking of which, I want to just hone in on the issue of women.
Oh my gosh! All right, they're not done yet. They're going to talk about something else next. So yeah, if you guys want to take it, feel free. If not, I want to enter it with you guys, but I just don't feel comfortable right now because they're still talking. So I'm probably not going to take it, or maybe I'll take it with a smaller lot size, like with a 1 lot or something. I would just hate to enter this trade, and then as soon as I enter it, it ends up spiking the other direction, which happens a lot. So they're still speaking right now. Yeah, pretty much it. All right, so we're just waiting for this to play out from this point right here. Once it plays out, then we'll see how this ends up going. Yeah, Joey said happened to me yesterday. Yeah, because Joey over here, he took too many trades during the news. It ended up not playing right. So we're just waiting for this to play out from this point. But yeah, until they're done talking, then there's just not going to be any entries for us to take right now specifically. All right, let's see. John said this is all grandstanding where all the politicians want to make a point. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not really messing with it, because I don't want to enter a trade and then it ends up reversing on me. It's just not worth the risk, especially if you're taking like a bigger lot size. It's like you're gonna risk $1,000 for like a 50-50 trade. It's not really worth the go. So I'll keep looking for you guys here. If we see something, then there's probably going to be another buy entry right here that sets up off this next candle. This candle closed in about 4 minutes. So if this provides for a double entry, then this might be a good buy. So maybe if I see that one, maybe I'll take the next one. But right now I'm just going to sit tight. So anyways, I'm done with gold. Let's see what we got next. The next question is going to be CAD-JPY for Mark. So we got 4 minutes left on this. I'll just look at CAD-JPY real quick. Shouldn't take that long. Let's go to CAD-JPY over here. Delete everything off the chart. I'm going to draw market structure for you guys first. That's the first step. Turn on the K2SR indicator. And here we go. We got market structure right there. Market structure right there. Right there. Nice. Patricia just entered the room. Hey, Patricia, how's it going? All right, cool. So I marked up all the structure right here. I'm gonna turn this off now. And then you guys can see from this point, you can identify where structure, like where market structure was changing. So for example, right here on January 5th, price broke into this area right here. So this was market structure from, let's see, January 5th up until February 2nd. So from February 2nd, price broke out of this market structure. And then it went from here up to here. This was new market structure on this area. So from February 2nd all the way up until February 15. Hey Josh, your full TP just hit for your scalp. So if you guys took the scalp that I just, I gave you guys a few minutes ago, or I don't know, not a few minutes ago, like about 30 minutes ago, it just hit full TP. So Josh, your scalp just hit full TP. So I'll give you guys your little horn over here for you guys who ended up taking that trade right there. So if you guys took it, full TP off that scalp, nice work, Josh. It's pretty good. See, this is why I didn't want to take that trade right there. This is way too risky at this point because the news is still going on. Yeah, they're still talking right now, guys. So until they're done talking, I'm not going to take any trades. But we're going to be holding off on this right here. So we'll be waiting for them to be done speaking before we enter any other trades. All right, cool. Gwen said, Shawn, can you please enlarge your screen a little for better visual? My screen is, I mean, it looks fine to me, Gwen. I'm not sure if it's hard for you. Is anyone else having an issue with my screen? Make sure you're on the Zoom too, Gwen, because I'm not sure if you're on the Zoom, because you mentioned last time when you got on the Zoom, it was a lot clearer. So maybe make sure that you're on the Zoom and not on the YouTube, because if you're on the YouTube, it's gonna be hard for you to see. But if you're on the Zoom, it should be better for you because you'll have I think it's like 4K streaming on the Zoom. So if you're on Zoom, you should be able to see my screen exactly how I do. So just make sure you're on the proper channel, Gwen, so that you can get a better visualization because it's better quality on the Zoom. So anyways, back to CAD JPY right here. You can see that price broke into this structured area on March 4th. So I would mark the structure to be from this point right here. Let me just get a vertical line. All right, so on March 3rd, price broke into the structured area over here. Ishfar said, is there a Zoom link? Yeah, there's a Zoom link if you're a premium member, Ishfar. So you have to sign up to the premium to get the Zoom link. That's how you'll get, yeah, Gwen, go on the Zoom, Gwen, to get the better quality. That should be better for you. Funky, can you send your grandma the link? I don't know if I'm sure she's in the premium because I think that's how she got it last time. Okay, perfect. So Funky, thanks for that. Thanks for helping out, Gwen, because I know Gwen has like a problem on the YouTube because the quality is kind of bad. But yeah, definitely thanks for helping out with that. Okay. But yeah, Ishfar, if you want the Zoom link, you just need to sign up for the premium. That's for the premium members. So you guys get like 4K quality and you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at here. Like it's like clear vision for you guys and you guys can copy these scalps a lot better. So anyways, back to CAD JPY, you can see that price broke into this market structure above here on March 3rd. And now it's basically came above here, came back for a retest of this structure. And this is probably going to swing back up possibly, right? But in order to determine that, we're going to turn on the momentum indicator. And we have a sell bias right now. So currently we have a sell bias. So right now we're only looking for sells. So this situation might not play out yet. We don't know about that yet. Like once we get a buy signal, then, oh, there we go. So we do have a pending buy signal like I just mentioned right there. If this buy signal ends up closing, then we could possibly take this for a buy up here for a long position right there for about, 120 pips over there. So this is basically what we would be looking for, you know, once this ends up, if it closes with the buy signal. If it doesn't close with the buy signal, then there's not going to be an entry. But if it does close with the buy signal, then there'd be an entry for that mark. So, so this is scenario number one. Scenario number one is if we get the buy signal right there, we take the buy. Vice versa, if we don't get that buy signal right there, we're going to be waiting for it to come back down here and close below here. And once that closes, then we'll take a sell. So two different scenarios, either a buy or a sell. It just depends on where the candle ends up closing. So if it closes with the buy signal, we take the buy. Vice versa, if it doesn't close with the buy signal, it swings down, we take the sell. So just keep that in mind. Always keep in mind that there's different scenarios that can play out. There's not just one way. It just depends on what plays out from this point. So that's it for CAD/JPY. Let me see if there's any other questions here real quick. So the next question we have is Euro USD for Che and Kara. And then we have USD MXN for Paul, which is the peso. Romanio is asking, what's the TP for the US 30 scalp? Let me pull it up for you real quick, Romanio. Here's the parameters for this scalp if you guys want to take it. A reminder, this is an at your risk trade. I'm not taking it because the news event's still going on right now. So Powell and the rest of the politicians right here are still talking.
The guidance might be in place, so that relief.
So the problem with this is that they could, whatever they say could easily affect the market. So that's why I'm not going to be messing with the market right now. I'm going to wait for them to finish talking. But if you guys do want to take this trade right here, it's currently at entry point. And these are the parameters right here, Romanio. It's going to be entries right here, profit targets right here, and stop losses right here. So if you want to take it, feel free. If not, you guys can sit tight. I'm personally not going to take it right now because I'm just waiting for this to be done with. All right. So there goes the parameters right there. Let me see if there's anything else for me to look at. Check this real quick. See if there's anything else missing over here. All right, cool. So we're good off that. Anyways, back to the next question. We have Euro USD for Chet and Kara. So let me pull up Euro USD real quick. All right. So I'm not gonna mark this up again because we have an active trade that's currently running. So I don't want to mess it up, Che. But yeah, looking at this right here, basically what we were looking at here is so I already drew the market structure. We have a sell signal right here. That's why we're taking the sell, and price broke and closed past the structure below here. That's why we're in the sell position. So we're currently still in this position right now. It didn't hit stop loss yet, Funky, because I know you asked about it earlier. It didn't hit stop loss. It's still like far from stop loss. Unless you move your stop loss in profit. If you moved it in profit, you probably got stopped out in profit. However, if you're still holding on to it, which I'm assuming you're holding on to it because you're a risk taker, Funky. So I'm sure you probably want to hang on to it. If you're doing that, then it's still currently active. It's around entry point. It's not that far into the negative. It's probably just a few pips, maybe 1 or 2 pips in the negative, but it's probably going to swing back down once the Fed is done speaking. Because like I mentioned, the Fed is talking about the US economy, right? This is the US politician. So whatever they say is going to affect the market. So that's why you need to be patient and wait for them to finish talking before you take any trades, because I mean, literally anything can happen. Oh, damn, it's about to hit full TP, guys. So whoever took this scalp right here, congrats to you guys. You guys made some nice profit off that. Let me just set an alert here. Scalp number 1, full TP. So yeah, Romanio, I'm not sure if you took the trade, but yeah, it's still running right now. It's like halfway to full TP. If you guys want to move your stop loss and profit, go ahead and do that. But like I mentioned, I didn't take this trade on my own, so I'm not going to count it as an official trade. It's just going to be at your risk trade right here. So we'll be watching for it, and then if and when it hits, I'll let you guys know. So nice work to you guys, whoever caught this. Whoever is like a risk taker here and decided to take these scalps, you guys can see that the scalps hit. We just hit the scalp for Josh's 3-minute strategy. So here we go right here. Trell's in the trade right now. He took a 3-minute scalp. He made 14 bucks. Not bad. Profit's profit, bro. You can't go broke taking profit, right? That's what I always remind you guys. So looking at the profits for today, guys, you guys have been doing pretty well. Here's a save messages right now for today. You guys can see the timestamp where it says today right here. So Trell made 14 bucks off that trade. Sam made about 300 or 400 bucks off these 4 trades right here, US 30 and S&P. Josh made about 244 off that US 30 trade. Quinn made 493 off those 3 US 30 trades. Saquon over here made about 8,000. Crazy win right there, bro. Almost 8,000 off these 3 trades right here. So nice work off that, Saquon. Quinn over here on his other account, he made 804 right before the gym. He said gym time now. Noel made about 115. Congrats to you, Noel. Trell over here locked in 425 for the day with these 3 US 30 sells or 4 US 30 sells. Another US 30 sell here for 55 bucks. And Luke over here. So Luke said, we thank God and K2 is the best. So Luke over here, which is, I think it's you, Neptune, right? Neptune locked in about 321 for the day. So great work amongst everybody here. Cheers to more profits, guys. We got to keep them coming. So back to that. Let's see what else we got over here real quick. All right. So I think that's it for the questions right now. I think the next pair on the list is going to be USD MXN, the peso for Paul. So let's pull that up for Paul real quick. I'm going to go over here and just type it in because I don't normally trade that. USD MXN. Oops, wrong one. I like using the Forex.com data. All right, cool. So looking at this here, I'm going to delete everything off the chart. I'm going to zoom out from this point, and I'll draw the market structure for you guys first. So I turn on the K2SR indicator. I'm going to draw market structure for you guys right here. We got this right there. We got this right there. Market structure right there. There, and lastly, these 2 down here as well. All right, perfect. So we got market structure drawn. I'm going to hide the indicators right there. Zoom out from this point. And as you can see right here, this is like really choppy market structure. So it looks like the market structure that's important is going to be this area right here, right? Because price broke into this structure. Actually, I guess we could go all the way from here. So you can see that this structure right here was from, I guess, January 26th up until February 21. So price basically was ranging within this market structure right here. Then it shot up. New market structure right here from like February 19 up until February 25. It shot up again. So you guys can see the different areas of market structure right here, right? It might be hard for you guys to see if you're not used to identifying market structure, but you guys can see right here that this is one market structure right here. Price shot up this way, another market structure right here. Price shot up this way, another market structure right here. So this is where we're currently at. Price broke back into the structure down here. And now this is what's important, this area over here. So this is basically what we're focused on, this whole area right here. This is the current market structure. Price broke into this structure on March 9th. So it's been in this area for about a month now. The next thing we're going to do is turn on the momentum indicator. So looking at the momentum right here, the most recent signal was a buy signal. So we have a bullish bias at this point. So from this point right here, we're looking for buys, right? So if I zoom in a little bit, you guys can see right here, we have a rejection from this point down here. I'm going to turn off the momentum indicators because we already know the bias. So basically, in order for me to take a buy off this, Paul, I would want price to close above here. If price closes above here, then this would be a nice buy for me because then we could ride this up pretty nicely, right? You take a buy right here. Nice move right there for about 342 pips. Looking at this over here, when price broke structure off this one, this would have been a full TP right there as well. So yeah, looking at this right here, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for price to break and close above this structure. And then I'm looking for, for this to pretty much repeat what happened over here. Because if we go back, I'm pretty sure there's a momentum for a buy right there. Exactly, right? So check this out. Same exact pattern. We have a rejection from this structure, rejection from this structure, buy signal, buy signal. What happened when price broke and closed past the structure? Pricing closed past the structure right here. It's probably going to shoot up to like it did right there, right? So it's the same pattern just repeating itself. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for right here, Paul, if you're looking at the peso. And this is pretty much what we're looking for. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for that. Other than that, let me check the scalp real quick. Nice, about to hit full TP, Romanio. So hopefully whoever here took the scalp that I gave you guys a few minutes ago, or like 10 minutes ago, it's about to hit full TP right there. So if you guys took it, if you guys want to send in your profits, just send them over to me, and then I'll save them under our saved profits here for the day. Because everyone's been killing it. There's like a lot of profits here that you guys made for all these trades that all these trade ideas that I've been giving you guys throughout the day. So nice work, guys. Nice work. Other than that, that's it for the questions. If you guys have more questions, put them in the chat right now, and then I can go ahead and send over your analysis. Powell is still speaking right now, so that's why we're not taking any. Well, I'm not taking any trades.
Yeah, so we are going to be in recess until about 12:30. If Secretary Yellen and Chairman Powell can please remain on the call, feel free to mute yourself and turn off your video until we're ready to come back.
Oh man, dude, it's speaking all day. So they're going to recess right now, but they're going to come back in like 10 minutes. So I don't think I'm going to be taking any trades myself today, guys, because Powell is still speaking. There's just no point in me taking any trades. But I will be here to answer any questions for you guys if you guys want me to. Yeah, so Josh's strategy over here at TP. Looks like there's another one right here as well. So if you guys want to take this 3-minute entry right here, this is Josh's entry. Off this point, this would be the parameters for Josh's 3-minute strategy right here. There's an entry point, profit target, and stop right there. So it looks like it's about to hit. Let me see. Man, I'm tempted to just enter this buy right now with you guys. All right, I'm in this trade with you guys actually. So I entered a buy with you guys. Let me see where I'm at. Man, my freaking MT4 is frozen. What the heck? Trying to enter this trade with you guys right now. So I'm currently in this trade with you guys. I'm just gonna run it to this TP right here. Let me set my profit target for that. Profit target's 327,758. Stop loss is going to be at 32658. All right, so I took this for a quick scalp with you guys. I'm in this trade now with you guys. I'm just going to write it up to wherever we finish full TP right there. But here's Josh's entry right here if you guys want to take it. His 3-minute strategy. Currently in position with you guys. It's nothing crazy. It's just a quick scalp for me. So we just set this alert right there. This is going to be Josh 3-minute scalp full TP. All right, so I got alert set right there for both of those. So we still have this active position right here. I'm currently in this position with you guys. I'm just going to run it to full TP with you guys right there, and then I'll pull out because I think this is going to hit. So this should be good for the most part, but we'll see. And then here's Josh's entry. So they're both mirroring. That's why I decided to take this trade, because they're both for some nice buy scalps for both a 10-minute and for the 3-minute using Josh's strategy. So that gave me confidence to take this trade. And that's why I entered. I'm probably only going to make a couple $100, but whatever. Profit's profit. All right. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else for me to look at. RD is asking, what trading balance would you say I need to make subscription worth K2 worth it so I can still earn a bit of profit and pay monthly subscription? Honestly, it just depends on how you plan to trade, RD. So RD, depending if you trade a lot, if you're going to scalp, then you can make a lot of profit with a small account, you know, like a couple $100, you could probably make a pretty decent profit to cover the subscription. You know, looking at the profits here. So I'll just see who has a smaller account. So like, I think Trail here, I don't know what your account size is, Trail, but, or not Trail, let me see. Quinn, he makes like about 400 to 500 a day. I think he probably has like a couple $1,000 account, like maybe $1,000, $2,000 account. So he makes about 1,000 a day. He has 2 accounts. He has one where he made 500. He has another account where he made 800. So he made about 1,200 today. I think his account's maybe 1,000, couple thousand. Noel over here, he made about 115. I know Noel trades on a smaller account. So he made 115 off that. I'm trying to see who has a smaller account here. I can't remember who does. I think Luke has like Neptune, you have a kind of, like your account isn't huge, right? You have a smaller account too. So Neptune makes about 300 for today, and he has a smaller account. I'm trying to see who else has a smaller account. I know Kia has a smaller account too. She has a smaller account. She made about 300 today. So, I mean, it just really depends on how often you trade, RD. If you scalp all day, you can make a lot of profit like rather quickly. Like Javier over here. I know Javier has a smaller account because you've talked to me about Javier. I think you have maybe $1,000 account. He made about 154 for that day. So it just depends on how big your account is. I know Jasmine has, okay, so Jasmine actually has a pretty small account. She has it's like $100 or $200 account, but she doubles her account, within 1 day of trading. She makes 62 this day, but she has her accounts like less than $200. So, I mean, it's case by case. There's no one way to look at it. RD, it just depends on how you trade, what you plan on trading, and, like however much you plan on risking. So it just depends on what you do. So I think Romano over here, Romano has a balance of like 700, but he made a profit of 157. So, I mean, you can still make pretty good profit with just, with a small account. It's going to compound and multiply from there. So it just depends on your account size and how you plan on trading RD. It's going to be a case by case basis. Oh, you're funded. So Neptune's actually funded. My bad, bro. I thought you were using a different account size. So yeah, no, definitely Neptune. He's using a funded account. How big is your funded account? Even if you have one, okay, full TP guys off that scalp. So Romano, congrats to you, bro, for taking that trade. I know you hopped into that trade late. Let me see my profit too. Ooh, I made 700 off that. Fuck, I exited late. Damn it. Oh no, I still made it. Okay, no, I'm happy with that. All right. I thought it exited late because MT4 is tripping on me. So I made about 1,000 for today, guys. I'm not complaining. Like I didn't take many trades today because of the news, but here we go. So I didn't take many trades today because of the news, but I just took that buy scalp with you. It was a partial scalp. I literally only caught it from right here. I caught it for like 100 pips. So looking at my profits here for today, so this morning I traded this right here. I took a sell for US 30. I made 230. And then this one trade that I just took with you guys here on the live, I made 695. So for today, I made pretty decent profit. I mean, it's not what I'm used to, but I'll take it. I made 925 today. So I'm cool. I'm not really complaining about it. So it's all good. Some nice profit off that. Congrats to you guys who took that trade that I just called a few minutes ago. It just hit full TP. Josh is about to hit full TP too for this other scalp. So nice work off that, guys. I mean, oh, awesome, man. Look at Romano over here. So Romano, if you look in the chat, Romano asked me about this trade. Dude just locked in 50, 70, 80 bucks. Nice 80 bucks within like 10 minutes. So nice work off that, guys. I'll send you guys an update in the chat just to show you guys, what trade we took here. So I will add that to here real quick. It's a nice scalp right there, guys. So yeah, great work to you guys who took that trade. Great profit, guys. So like, I love seeing everyone's profit. If you guys have profits to send over to me, just send them to me or send them in the group, and I'll add them for the, I'll add them into the total profits for the day. Marwano here, you said, Shawn, I made 1,000 today. Not bad. I'm not complaining. Yeah, no, definitely, Marwan. Good to see you, bro. I haven't seen you in a while. I didn't realize you're here on the live session. Nice. Steven over here locked in 13 bucks. Not bad. Steven, his first trade with K2. He literally just signed up for K2 yesterday. He made 13 bucks right there. So nice work, dude. So Steven right here. Yeah, he said first trade. Thank you, bro. So definitely great work, Steven. You know, Steven literally signed up to K2 yesterday. He said he's been saving money he's been watching these live streams and save money to finally sign up to K2. He signed up to K2 and made a profit like that. So great work to you, Steven. Congrats. Cam over here locked in 600 for the day. He took pretty much all the scalps that I gave. The buys right here. He made 600 for today. So congrats to you too, Camo. Congrats to everybody. So if you guys are here killing it, go ahead and send your profits and I'll save them to our totals for the day. And I'll post them in our public groups later today to show you guys off to, the rest of the people who are thinking about joining K2. So nice work, guys. We got another one coming right here. Josh's scalp is about to hit full TP. So Josh, all of his scalps here hit full TP already. He hit one right here, hit one right here, and then again right here for this one. So we'll be waiting for that shortly. So we're good. All right, let's see what else we got over here. Nice. Steven said boom. So let's see. Steven over here made some profit off this too. So Steven sent me his profit. He made 278 profit off that buy. So nice work, Steven. So another profit right there for another K2 member. Congrats to you, Steven, for locking in that profit right there. 278 from the scalp that I just gave you guys. So nice profit off that. What about Jensel? Damn, look at Jensel. You a baller over here, bro. Hey, Tommy, you see Jensel here? Oh, Tommy's still here in the premium. So, I mean, in the chat. So Tommy, look at Jensel. He made $100 today. Congrats, Jensel. Nice work. Yeah, Steven said trade didn't hit full TP, but he closed with good profit. So yeah, I mean, you can't complain about making $200 in like $278 in like 5 minutes, right? Because you hopped into that late too, Steven. So nice work by you. Ricardo over here. Damn, Ricardo's up 1,000. Congrats to everybody here in K2 for killing it. I mean, we didn't even take that many trades, but you guys can see if you guys are just patient, you guys wait. Some nice profit off that, Ricardo. So he's been killing it too. Ricardo signed up to K2 not too long ago as well, and he's funded now. This is his funded account. So congrats to you, Ricardo. I know you're pretty happy right now. You should be, because I know that you're gonna enjoy these profits once you hit that. Harry over here as well. Harry said, easy day today. Dude locked in 334. So congrats to you too, Harry. You covered your subscription right there. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like, I can teach you guys how to make money if you guys want to learn. It's just, you guys got to put in the work and actually want to learn. You guys can't just think this is automatic. Like, it's easy as is, but if you guys put in the work, you guys can actually learn this and, take these profits. Like Harry over here, his profits for today were like 333 and 74 cents. And then yesterday he made 1,048. And then he made another one over here on the 19th, 500. So every day he's been on point. Like, there's nothing different here. Like, you can see Harry, he signed up for K2 on the 16th, right? It's March 24th. He's only been here for less than a week. He's locked in 500 on that day, covered his subscription, locked in 1,000 that day, covered his subscription for the next couple months. And then again today, 333. So congrats to everybody here in K2. That's what I like to see. I like to see you guys profit day in, day out. So yeah, other than that, wait, Greg Trader over here. Greg, this is just Harry Trader that came back again with a different name. He's probably gonna get kicked out and then sign back in with his real name. What's Harry's real name from before? That little scammer, Hardeep Singh. Bro, Hardeep, is that you, bro? You're over here bugging us again? Yeah, I guess this is marketing, right? This is marketing that I called the trade live and everyone profit off it. How is this marketing, bro? I'm analyzing trades for you guys and all that. So it's all good. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead, Greg, if you say so. But anyways, let me keep going on with this real quick, and then we'll see what else is going on here. Yeah, definitely, RD, no problem. Yeah, glad I could help you out too, RD. So if you're not ready to sign up yet, just sit in on these live sessions, and then copy more of these trades as I call them live, and then you'll see if you like it or not. That, like, obviously this opportunity is open to you guys, but you guys aren't required to take the opportunity. It's up to you guys whether you guys want to trade with us, profit with us, whatever. If not, you guys can always just sit in and just see what we do here for free. There's really no reason for you to to really sign up if you guys don't want to. Yeah, what Josh just said. Josh said it's marketing where K2 people create strategies for everyone to win. Yeah, okay. That's funny. Cameron said, I'm making money in reporting trolls. Yeah, man, it's too funny, guys. But yeah, man, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys are profiting. That's all that matters here, guys. Like, you know, even though I only made like 1,000 for today, what did I make? I made 925 today. You guys are making more profit here, and that's all that matters. Like, I just want to make sure that you guys are profiting, you guys are consistent, and that we just keep these profits from rolling in. So good to go, guys. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else above here. Funky said, put some respect, Shawn. No, definitely. Matt said, Shawn, the US 30 wizard, so crazy. Your next birthday, I will send you a Lambo. Definitely, Matt, 100%. Oh yeah, so Funky, I'll take a look at NASDAQ for you right now. Let me see what else we got over here. Nico said, you prefer MT4 web browser over desktop? Why? Sorry, as my dog's barking. Sorry, guys, my dog is barking. There's this kid outside. He always runs into my wall. I don't understand why. He like runs headfirst into my wall and then starts crying. And then my dog starts barking. But yeah, all right. So let's see. Let's see what else we have over here real quick. Yeah. So Nico said, you prefer MT4 web browser over desktop. Why? Because I'm on a Mac, Nico. We don't have MT4 doesn't work on the Mac. So that's why I have to use the web browser. So other than that, Greg, why are you still here, bro? I don't understand why you keep coming back in. It's like, bro, we know who you are. You went from Harry Trader to Greg Trader to, we know your real name is Hardeep Singh, bro, because you went in with your actual username last time on accident. All right, nice. Gerald said, we made good profits today. Everyone chipping $1 so Harry can meet his Kickstarter goal of $50. All right, whatever, it's all good. So let me check out the NASDAQ for you guys real quick. You know, it seems like every day we trade here, we always have like at least one troll that comes in. And then it's always the same guy too, this dude. He comes in as Harry Trader, but then he comes in now as Greg Trader, but his real name is Hardeep Singh because he accidentally logged in with his real YouTube account one time and we saw him and then he got all quiet. So now he's here with another username to pretend he's someone else, but we already know who you are, bro. All right. So anyways, let me mark up NASDAQ for you guys real quick for Funke. And I think a couple of you other guys want this as well. Actually, let me check US 30 real quick. I just want to make sure there's no other entries. Okay, I don't think there's one right now. All right, so we're good. Man, look at this dude. This dude, Greg, is like bothering us because he doesn't know how to trade. Bro, it's New York session. Go trade. I don't understand. Like, if people want to troll during New York session, you're not a trader, bro, because you should be trading right now. This is when the market's moving. Obviously, you don't trade because you're here to troll. So it's all good. I really don't care. All right, let's see what else we got over here real quick. Yeah, so Funky, it looks like there was an entry that was available over here. There was an entry that was available right here, Funky. So there's a couple entries that were available right here. Looks like there is one that was available right here, this green candle. This would have been a nice full TP off that. So another full TP off that 3-minute entry, guys. So if you guys took that 3-minute entry for US 30, There goes another entry there. So I'll give you guys an update right here in the chat for you guys who did take it, because a lot of you guys are making some pretty nice profit off this right here. 300. Or no, 250 actually. All right, guys, nice. All right, guys, profits on profits on profits. So like while Greg over there trolling the chat, we're over here making profits. So whatever, Greg, keep talking, bro. I mean, I'm just gonna ignore you anyways. Nice. So JR over here locked in 569 today, US 30 scalps for these buys. So nice work, Greg. Congrats to you, bro. Nice, man. So everyone is killing it, guys. If you guys want to troll, go ahead and troll, but we're busy making profits. So I don't care what you guys want to troll about. Right here, Javier, he said, man, blue is blue. So Javier over here locked in 105 for the day. He took those US 30 scalps that I just gave. So congrats to everybody who's copying these trades right now that I'm calling for you guys. I mean, whatever, people can keep trolling all they want. And whoever's disliking the stream, that's cool too, because then you won't see my videos anymore. So you won't be able to copy any more of my trades, which I don't really care, because you're doing yourself you're doing us a favor by not showing up to these live streams anymore. So congrats to everybody here. Here's the profits for the day. Javier made 105. JR made 569. Harry over here made 333. Ricardo over here made 955. Jensel made 106. Cam over here made 600. Steven made 13 bucks. Trell over here made 14 bucks. So here we go, guys. Congrats to everybody. So yeah, congrats to you guys. Let's keep it going. All right, so let's see. That's already all done right there, full TP. Let me see what I was looking at earlier. I was looking at NASDAQ for you guys, right? So yeah, Funky, looking at NASDAQ right here, there was an entry that was available right there. That would have hit full TP already. There was another entry that was available right here, this red one. That'd be another TP right there. I think it's like 250, right? The sweet spot for you guys for the NASDAQ. So if you took this trade right here, full TP. If you took this trade right here, full TP. If you took this trade right here, this green one, full TP too. So this just hit full TP. So if you guys are applying the strategy that we're applying right now for all the indices, you just had 3 full TPs for the NASDAQ, Funky. So I know you've been asking about US 30. I mean, about NASDAQ for like the past, I think 20 minutes now. Sorry that I got to you so late, but it did hit full TP right there. Hit full TP right here, and it also just hit full TP for this most recent signal right here. So if this ends up closing over here, this red candle, this is going to be another sell entry. So if you guys want to take this, you guys can. I'm not going to take it, but if you guys want to, it's available to you guys. This candle closes in 6 minutes, so you'd have to wait for it to close. But once it does close, if it does, then you can enter this for another sell off the NASDAQ. So you just wait for it to close for that confirmation. Once it confirms, you can take the trade. But like I mentioned, I don't trade NASDAQ, so this isn't going to be considered an official entry. It's just if you guys want to take it, take it. If not, then just wait for a US 30 entry. So let me go back to US 30 real quick. There's no entry available right now anyway, so we'll just keep looking at the NASDAQ right now. If this closes, you guys can take it. And then if you decide to take it, then take it. If not, then you can wait for the next one. Anthony said, I tried to put US 100 in because you have to trade the futures contract, Anthony. NASDAQ is NQ on Thinkorswim. They don't have the indice on there. It's going to be NQ. So if you want to trade that, it's NQ. If you want to trade US 30, I think it's MYM or something like that, or MY. Yeah, I think it's MYM for Thinkorswim. But if you want to trade NASDAQ, it's going to be NQ. That's a future contract. So, but you need to have a lot of money to trade futures. So if you don't have like at least like 25K in your account, you're not going to be able to trade this on your account, because you have to trade the actual contract. So you're gonna have to have at least like 13,000, well over 13,000 capital to afford like one contract for NQ. or I don't know, if you're trading the E-mini, then maybe less. But if you're trading the standard contract, you're going to need at least like 25K, maybe like 2,500 for the mini contract or the micro. But for the standard, you need like a lot of money to trade that. So other than that, let me see what else we got over here. So Greg now wants to sign up to K2. He was trolling the chat, but now he's like, admin, can you DM me, please? I have no visa to pay, only US dollar or BTC if possible. So Greg, I don't understand why you were trolling you're trolling the room, and then now you're back here wanting to join K2. I don't think that's you. I think you just used someone else's picture. But whatever, guys. If you want to sign up, Greg, you're welcome. You can come, but just don't come here and troll us anymore because we're here making profits, bro. I don't got time to deal with people trolling. Like, we're here to make profits, and we're not here to fuck around. Like, we're here to make profits, and that's about it. So you're welcome. You know, you guys can troll, and then you guys can change your mind and join K2. But I mean, we're here for a specific reason. We're here to make money. We're here not to mess around. We're here to take trades, make profit, call it a day, and then rinse and repeat tomorrow. So let me see if there's anything else here for us to. All right, Greg, sorry. Because you just came at us. You came at us at a wrong. Yeah, so Greg said, I'm really not trolling, sir. All right, Greg. So if you're being serious, you know, you're welcome to make profit with us. We're just, it's just the way you came at us earlier, bro. You shouldn't have been trolling us from the beginning. But anyways, let me see if there's anything else over here for this trade right here. So for NASDAQ, we might have an entry waiting of 2 minutes for this to close. Once it closes, then we might have an entry here for the NASDAQ. We don't have an entry for US 30 right now. We'll come back to it. But looking at the NASDAQ right now, if you guys are trying to trade NQ, this would be the scalp right here. So if you guys took this scalp earlier, full TP off, there's 3 full TPs that just hit. So we'll be waiting for this next entry right over here for you guys to take this trade. So about 1:30 left on this candle. If it closes right here, it looks pretty solid. You can see that this candle right here is rejecting off the green pivot and the structure. I'm just going to delete all this off right here. Yeah, guys, like I mentioned, you know, like I'm here to make you guys money, guys. I'm not here to deal with people trolling or for people like to distract me here. I'm focused. I'm here trying to make money. I'm here to try to make you guys money. So, you know, I just keep it 100 with you guys. I'm here just to trade. That's it. And hang out with you guys, obviously, because, you know, we have downtime during the session. We got about 50 seconds left on this candle. This is going to be a risky entry because it looks like the pivot, or no, it looks fine. We just want to make sure the pivot isn't touching the body of the candle. So we'll see where all this is going right now. All right. So let's see, we got this going right here. We got about 30 seconds left on this candle. Let me go back to US 30 real quick. Oh man, there might be an entry for US 30 as well. So I'll bounce between these. If you guys want to take this trade here for NASDAQ, it closes in 20 seconds. So in 20 seconds over here, we got about 15 seconds left on this candle. So I'll pull up US 30 right after this. I'm just gonna give you guys the parameters real quick. You guys gotta be quick and just take this trade right away if it closes. All right, there we go. So entries available right there. These are the parameters for NASDAQ. The entry price is 12979.3. Profit target is 12954.3. And stop level is going to be 13004.3. So that's it for NASDAQ. I'm going to go to US 30 real quick. There's also an entry available right here for US 30. Oh, fuck. I got to take this on my own account too. Let me damn it, I got it freaking late. I'm in this trade. So Let's see, those are parameters there for the US 30 entry. Set the parameters there for this 32706. TP's 32806. All right, so there's the parameters for US 30 entry right there. There you guys go. And then for the NASDAQ, let me go back to NASDAQ real quick. Here's the parameters for this. So it's a little risky right now, guys, for these trades, because I think the Fed is still talking right now. Let me check. So they're currently in a recess right now. So that might be time for you guys to enter some trades right here. Yeah, that's the NASDAQ entry right there. And here is the US 30 entry. So it's not really moving. It looks like because they're in a recess. So we'll see what happens from here. All right. Yeah, so Steven, or I'll just call you John Doe, Steven, because I don't want to get you mixed up with the other Steven. So John Doe, the NASDAQ is a sell. I'm not taking this trade though. So I'm in the US 31. All right, so that's it for those two trades right there. Let me see if there's anything else for us to look at over here real quick. Let's see. Here, let me check real quick. All right, cool. Looks like, yeah, you guys are sending me over your profits. So nice profits by everybody right now. I just saw your profits for yeah, everyone down here. I'll send everyone's profits later so everyone can see. But here we go. I'm currently in the US 30 buy right here. So I'm in profit off that. Profit a couple $100, not too bad. We'll see how this ends up playing out right here. So let's see. Let me just set an alert right here for this one. Is this that? No, it's okay. I was making sure this wasn't the all-time high. I was like, damn, is this that high? But it's not. Let me get this going right here. One. All right, so I got the alert set up right there for these. Let's go back over to the NASDAQ. I don't think there's an entry for the daily on US 30, so it's fine. Nothing off that. Yeah, here's my my current profit for this buy position. I'm in profit 222 right now, so you guys can see my live profits right now. I'm profit 322 right now, 372. It's bouncing around a couple $100 profit, so it looks good for the most part. I'll show you guys, where I'm at once it closes. I'm just gonna let it run. So currently running right now, and the NASDAQ is still bouncing around. So I don't really mess with NASDAQ, guys. I don't really trade it that much. I think it's riskier than, well, I mean, I guess it's not necessarily riskier. It just depends on how you trade it. But here we go. My profit, yeah, I'm in profit 700 now. Whew. Profit 627, 700, 672, 722. So my profit's looking nice right now for that US 30 position. I'm going to keep looking for the announcements. I want to make sure that I might, close out with some profit if they start talking again shortly. But we'll see. We'll just let it be for now. Oh, perfect. Okay, Portia said they just finished. No recess. Let's go. Perfect. All right, awesome. So they're done. So like now we can start looking for some better scalps throughout the morning over here. So all right, cool. Let me see what else we got over here real quick before we continue. Nice. Gerald made 395. Congrats, bro. Yeah, if you guys want to send over your profit, you guys can go ahead and send them over. Yeah, Steven said, what a day. Looks like you made a lot of profit off that. Tam over here made some profit today too. How much did you make? Tam said, great morning on US 30, catch you during Asian. So she made about 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, about 600 total. So Tam today, she trades on a smaller account. She made about 600 today, trading US 30, basically all the US 30 trades that I called for you guys. She locked in some pretty solid profit overall. So yeah, nice work again. Tam, you've been on point with that too. Let's check Steven. What's Steven make today? Wow, Steven made 485. So congrats to you, Steven, too. So Steven made some nice profit today as well. So Steven, he showed me his profit earlier. He said, boom, he made 278. And then right now he just took this buy for US 30. He made another 500 bucks right there. So Steven's in total profit about 800 for today. So great work, Steven. Glad to see everyone here profiting with me. You know, we'll see how the market plays out. I think they're done speaking right now. So we'll continue watching these. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else playing here. So NASDAQ is pushing back in profit. US 30 is just bouncing around. I'm not really going to mess with it. I'll follow it and then we'll see where it goes. I was going to close out in profit earlier when I made 1,000, but I'm just going to, I'm going to hang on to it for a bit and then see how this ends up playing. So let me check the other, nice, Anthony. Yeah. So Anthony said, I haven't even started. Better yet, I'm still doing research, but you guys are just awesome. Definitely, Anthony. I'm glad to have you here, bro. Let me see what else is going on here. Josh, going live and taking the calls live is the discount. Yeah, Sam said, respect the man teaching us and making less money. Definitely, guys. I'm here to make you guys money, guys. It's the main goal here. You know, the main goal is for me to make you guys profit, even if you guys aren't members. You know, these live streams are completely free. Let's see, Herb is asking about GJ. So let me pull up GJ real quick. I analyzed GJ earlier, Herb, so I'll just show you what I looked at earlier. So GJ right here, we were identifying this as a possible sell. We were waiting for it to possibly reject off this structure right here, or this high right here. We're waiting for it to reject off it and then come back down. But we haven't, you know, the move hasn't completed yet. So we're still watching that, waiting for that to play out. But we do have a sell bias because I think the most recent signal was the sell signal right here. So we have a sell bias. It went for a little retracement right here, and then we're waiting for it to shoot back down to continue dropping. Let's see. See, John Doe said, I have another buy position for US 30, but it's in a loss. Hope it doesn't erase all my. No, you should be fine. Just, you know, be patient with it. Be patient and don't over leverage. As long as you're not over leveraging, Steven or John Doe, you should be all right. So are they done talking? I think they're done, right? The Treasury. Oh, but they have the press briefing right now. So this is probably what's screwing the market up, because so Powell's done speaking, but they have the press briefing right now. So this is what's causing price to bounce up and down. They're still talking about stuff. They're just reiterating what was covered during their meeting. So they have this right now going on. This is what's causing price to go up and down right now. They have the press briefing going on. So just keep that in mind, guys. I think I'm going to call it a day for our trading session because we've been on the session for about like 4 hours now. So it's about time to take a break. But I'll continue monitoring the trades for you guys to see what happens from, you know, now and then. But yeah, they're in recess, but now they're back. And then now they have the press briefing, which is what's causing price to bounce back and forth. So I think that's it for today, guys. I think it's time to take a break because there's no point in us taking more trades as these news events continue to keep pushing out, because it's, you know, it's just going to become riskier and riskier if we keep trying to trade when they're saying things that will push price up and down. So I think for now, we're pretty much done for now. And then I'll probably be back. Let me check my schedule. I think I have a mentoring session. Let me see. What's today? Wednesday? Okay, cool. So I'll be back for some live trading later tonight or this afternoon with Joey and Kyle and Billy later at 3:30. I'll be trading live with them about 3:30 today, 3:30 Pacific time. And then I have a mentoring session at 5 p.m. which is going to be public, I believe. And then after that, I have mentoring sessions throughout the night, but they're all private. So if you guys want to sit in on that, feel free. But until then, you guys can catch me in the Telegram, or you guys can send me an email if you guys have any questions. So I'll catch you guys later, and I'll be back live in about 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, in about 5 hours. In 5 hours, I'll be live with Joey and Billy and Kyle, and then we can talk about any other trades for Asia session. So other than that, I'll catch you guys later. So thanks for showing up, and then I'll catch you guys in about 5 hours.